bother to go no link. All right, we're live with Mr. James Ali Bashir, people. Go ahead, Mr. Bashir. Let's talk about Dillian Whyte and Povetkin. What's your take?
I thought that Dillian, even the score. I mean, he even the score. He did what he had to do, but I'm not. I'm being a critic now. I'm not being a boxing trainer. I'm talking from a fan's point of view. I think that Povetkin was shocked when he came in the ring. I think Povetkin was shocked the very first time that he fought Dillian Whyte. And he was even more shocked the second time.
Yeah, but
in fact, I was very surprised that he went the what was it, fourth round?
The fight was longer. I think it went. Yeah, maybe it was the fourth. Maybe it was right. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Well, I was really surprised with that. Dillian has got to tighten his game up a little more. He's got to tighten his game up more. He was throwing some wild punches, throwing away energy. Those punches that he's throwing is throwing away energy. He didn't use his jab enough. I'm just saying what I saw.
You weren't impressed. You weren't impressed with your performance, no?
No. I've seen Dillian was better.
So what about in the first fight? Did he look good in the first fight against Povetkin?
He was better in the first fight than he did in the second fight.
Well, my days, man. Ain't that something, huh? Because I think he looked better in the second fight I think he looked even better in the second fight against Povetkin. Now,
Povetkin was even more shocked in the second fight.
But ain't that true to Dillian putting hands on him? Dillian never got hit in the fight, man. He never got touched.
Yes, that's a testimony to how shocked Povetkin is. Povetkin was stumbling around the ring, staggering around the ring, his equilibrium, his sobriety, his balance, everything Povetkin threw was telegraphed. He's got to tighten his game up if he's going to go out and take on Deontay Wilder.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think he beats Deontay Wilder right now because Deontay Wilder's come off a knockout, man. He just been knocked out against Tyson Fury. So how
he got knocked out? Deontay Wilder got knocked out almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah, exactly. So how are we gonna beat Dillian, who's active? He ain't gonna beat Dillian. If Dillian fights him, if Dillian was to fight Deontay Wilder in December, Dillian gonna win. He's active. You know what I mean? He going rounds. And he's working on his jab. Now I agree with you. Now Deontay got the power, but you don't rate Deontay Wilder.
I think that Deontay at this point is a highly underestimated puncher. All right. I think that I saw Deontay Wilder when he was boxing with Robert Helenius.
Yeah.
And Robert Helenius was tearing Deontay Wilder up with a jab.
Mm-hmm.
He did some major damage with his jab, But Deontay showed in that fight with Helenius that he did, in fact, have some boxing skills. So it's a very close fight between him and Dillian Whyte.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a very close fight. And I think that the fight right now, I would say the fight is 60-40 for Deontay.
I don't see how you say that. He just lost. He got beat. He got his ass beat by thing. His confidence ain't there, and he ain't got. And Breland ain't there no more. Breland's not there. Breland's not with him no more.
Yeah, that's a major blow to him. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, his confidence ain't all that, man.
Look. I think that we're reading into it the wrong way. I think that I think that Deontay is even more dangerous without Breland because he's out to prove that I can do it without Breland.
Hell no.
And I think that he can. I mean, Breland was a decisive input to his career. But having said that, Deontay's been out for a while, and he's collecting himself, and he knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to do. He knows that Dillian can get him out of there.
Okay.
You know that Dillian can punch.
Yeah.
And Dillian can get him out of it. But you know, like I said, you know, when you get to the dance, you know, you do everything right or you do everything wrong.
Yeah, because look, you know, and I know, Povetkin still can punch, man. Like, you know, he can still hit, man. Now, listen.
Yeah, but Povetkin is shocked, man. Povetkin looks terrible in there, man.
Bro, man, listen, it was like that in the first fight, man. Dillian was jabbing, he was falling over the jab. He been worn out for the longest. Another thing as well, he wasn't allowed to take his super juice. Let's get it right as well. He wasn't allowed to take his special drug power to make him stronger as well. Let's talk about that as well. You know what I mean? So listen. Okay, all right.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the juice, though.
Yeah. So listen to this. You know, Dillian, he used to come to the Klitschko camp. Ain't it something that to come to he used to pay his own way to go to the Klitschko camp, and used to be Anthony. You was with Anthony Joshua in one corner. I think Jonathan Banks was in the other corner. I don't know who. Maybe not. It was whoever was in the other corner with Dillian, and he used to fight, spar Vladimir Klitschko. You saw the rounds he used to spar, and isn't it something that now a kid that paid his way to come to the camp, Vladimir Klitschko's camp, is now the number one contender and back a number one contender of the world? I mean, if that's not impressive, that's quite impressive, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with him that he's there. He's in the top 10 fights in the world, so I have to respect that.
Okay,
it wasn't like none of those guys in the Vladimir Klitschko. None of those guys didn't impress me boxing Klitschko.
Now, with Vladimir Klitschko is Vladimir Klitschko. He was the Olympian. He's the Olympian.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to get that squared away. No. None of those guys was overly impressive boxing Vladimir Klitschko.
But they weren't coming to box.
Dillian, yeah, Joshua, Big Baby Miller. Yeah. None of those guys, Deontay Wilder, none of those guys impressed me while they were boxing Klitschko, because I felt that all of them showed him a lot of respect.
All right, so
you know, which is understandable. You know, so they don't get hit. You know.
Mm-hmm. But when they came into the camp, Dillian wasn't there to box. He was there. I don't know what opponent you was working for. I think it was Povetkin, or I think it was Pulev. You wanted a guy to put pressure on Vladimir, so Dillian came in to bring that pressure. You said to me he gave Vladimir good work. He came to bring the pressure, right?
Good work is not great work. Good work is not super work. Good work is just I'm there. You know, I'm there. You know, I'm there. I'm doing work. But then again, you know, all those guys were green fighters at the time. They were green, so that was to be expected. Their performance in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko was to be expected because they were green fighters. They're much more seasoned fighters now. They're much more seasoned.
How long was the camps with Vladimir Klitschko that Dillian stayed there for? How long was the camp?
I think Dillian was in the camp 3 times.
So how long is their camps, man? How long was it?
I think 4 or 5 weeks.
And then they sat and ate with they ate amongst each other. They talked amongst each other, and they gave Vladimir sparring. So who was in Dillian's corner helping him against Vladimir, or in the corner helping out?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I really don't remember.
All right. But you know, I just think to myself, you know, it's an achievement already, you know what I'm saying, to get to that point, you know what I mean? This from a guy who just worked his way up, man. And look, Dillian ain't never looked really, to be honest with you, impressive in his style, but you're really thinking it's to do with Povetkin is look so bad. You saying I think Dillian made him look that bad? I think
Povetkin was a shot. Povetkin should retire. You know, I think now because Dillian was beating Povetkin in the first fight. His equilibrium, his timing, his footwork, everything was terrible in that fight to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I am who I am, and I'm always looking for guys to show more perfection inside the ring.
I thought he looked good. I thought the jab, he's throwing a straight right to the body, he rolled Povetkin's hook. You know what I mean? His jab was decent.
Well, I have to go back and look at both fights.
Yeah, I think you was probably focused on Povetkin, but I think Dillian. This is the thing, right? You know, in boxing, hit and not get hit. Dillian never hardly got hit. But you're saying I thought because the Dillian's reach, he had to use his reach, and he kept Povetkin at bay, man. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what I was watching. He wasn't getting hit, you know, and remember, this guy knocked him out, Mr. Bashir. You know, he knocked him out, man. I mean, psychologically, if a guy knocks you out, do you know how mentally strong you need to be to come back in to knock him out?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
yeah. But again, no, I'm not taking nothing away from Dillian Whyte.
Yeah.
But Povetkin is a shot fighter. Okay. I don't care how much hot pepper and salt we put on it. He's a shot fighter.
Pepper and salt, yo, Mr. Bashir.
All right.
Yeah. He's a shot
fighter, you know. Okay. I mean, Dillian did what he had to do. He did what he had to do. Don't mistake me. You know? Yeah. He didn't know he was a shot fighter. Dillian didn't know he was a shot fighter. Well, he's a shot fighter.
He had COVID and you know, he was dealing with COVID and stuff like that. But I said, listen, everyone's.
I mean, Povetkin came in there. He looked like the straw man from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Wizard of Oz?
I seen him with the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I see that.
Remember the straw man that was in the Wizard of Oz?
The straw man was weak, man. The straw man was weak. A wind would have blown him over.
Well, that's how Povetkin looked. He looked like the straw man from the Wizard of Oz. Man, he looked like if you staring hard, he'd fall over.
What credit you ain't got no credit that they didn't give him. You ain't got no credit to give Dillian.
Like I said, Dillian Whyte didn't know that Povetkin was shot. Dillian Whyte came to do the job, and he did his job.
Okay, there you go.
But he did it. He was this guy. I'm telling you, man, Povetkin is shot, man.
All right, let's talk about the next one. So Deontay Wilder. I got Dillian beating Deontay Wilder if they fight. Why have you not? Why? What do you think? Like Deontay hasn't got a trainer right now. Why do you disagree? Go on, tell me why.
I don't want to say what I see, but I got the fight right now. In my mind, I got the fight 60-40. Deontay wins.
Good question. I don't know why, man. How though? Like I like Deontay Wilder like the next guy, but I just don't think where his confidence is at, man. I don't see where you see that his confidence is at, man. Like where is he? Where's Welcome to the Facebook crew.
Look. I'm not. Look, when you're in a position of a critic,
yeah,
or a pundit, you can't make friends. You know what I'm saying? I got Deontay Wilder winning the fight, and I see different things. I'm watching different things. I got Deontay Wilder winning the fight 60-40. Now, it might change between now and then. But my observation now said that Deontay Wilder wins 60-40.
But you see, the thing is, right? Your observation has to be on his. You're as good as your last fight, right?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
You don't know, but Mr. Bashir, you know you're as good as your last fight. Come on now. And you.
Go ahead. That's a cliche that people coin, but you know.
All right. What about this? Yeah. What about this? Inactivity messes up your timing. You know, when Vladimir fought AJ, he was out for like near 2 years around the same time, right? And then Vladimir, you know, it took him a couple of rounds, but when he put
inactivity messes up, who says that Deontay is inactive?
Yeah, but obviously he waiting for the big paydays. That's why. You know, you're right. Why is he inactive? You know, I don't got the answer to that. You got the answers to that?
No, I don't know what's going on.
But all we know, he is inactive and Dillian's active, and Eddie Hearn's looking to bring him to America, and he's already penciled in for a fight, probably maybe September, and already, you know, Deontay ain't fighting, and I would normally.
I do believe that Dillian Whyte, deserved a title shot 3 fights ago.
Oh yeah, against who though?
Well, he earned the right to have a fight for the title. He earned the right. He fought everybody asked him to fight, and he won.
He can fight Andy Joshua anytime he wants. They don't want to fight that Andy Joshua because they don't want to fight Andy Joshua. What title fight? Who else is there to fight? He don't want to fight. Tyson Fury's tied up, and he just tied up with each other. So what title shot was he going for? He was trying to get the Wilder fight. Now Wilder's available. Wilder. I don't know Wilder gonna take that fight though. All the titles are tied up, right? In the undisputed.
Well, we have to see what Dillian does. I mean, like I said, my opinion of Dillian right now could change in the very next fight. But the wise thing for Dillian Whyte to do is to bounce back with another fight within the next 90 days.
How about this? Dillian Whyte done a better job on Povetkin than Vladimir Klitschko. How about that? You don't agree with that?
Yeah, but look at the time that they fought. You can't compare it like that because Vladimir Klitschko fought Povetkin when Povetkin was fresh.
He was still fresh when he.
Dillian fought him when he was getting out of a wheelchair.
No, but that's a lie because when Dillian hit him, that's when he weren't fresh no more. That's why I think when he tasted Dillian's punches, then that freshness was.
No, you can't compare Dillian Whyte to Vladimir Klitschko because the timing. When Vladimir and Povetkin fought, that was what, 6-7 years ago?
So let me ask a question: Is Povetkin's punch any less than it was before when he fought Vladimir?
No, but all other attributes are in the basement.
So his punching power is still there, and then nothing was. Yeah, and then when he fought
with any fighter,
yeah,
the last thing going any fighter is his punching power.
Okay,
that's a fact.
Yeah.
All right. But all his other attributes are shot.
But listen. Dillian made him shot though. That's what I'm trying to say to you, bro. He made him shot. He didn't fight him where Povetkin was good.
He was shot when he came in the ring. Dillian didn't make the shot. He was shot when he came in the ring. I don't think the fight back.
Then you see, Povetkin missed with a right hand. Povetkin missed with a right hand. It was a good right hand he missed with. If Dillian lucky he never got hit, he would have been on the. I'll tell you this one, Mr. Bashir. Povetkin still hurt you, but his attributes are not faster. He's older. But Dillian's 32. Povetkin's what? 35. They're only 3 years difference, you know.
No. I think Dillian is younger than Povetkin.
32. Dillian's 32.
And Povetkin's what, 41?
35.
No, Povetkin's 41.
Is he? Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking another fight. You're right. Is he 41? You're right.
41, and he's been beat on. I mean, Povetkin.
He only lost 3 times. He only lost 3 times, though.
Yeah, but he took a lot of beatings, man. He took a lot of beatings in those training camps. He just shot. I can see when he got in the ring, he was shot.
I don't know, man.
When Dillian jumped on the first round, I thought Dillian was gonna take him out.
I think Dillian hits like a ton of bricks, man. I think he's very heavy-handed, man. And the thing is, when you had him, he was raw. He's much better now and more precise with his punching. And now, look, this is the thing. Them heavyweights ain't like Larry Holmes, man. They ain't like Timmy Witherspoon. And you've been around and you've seen all these dudes there. So I know you ain't gonna be impressed with these dudes here, man. That's what it is, Mr. Bashir. Your level of what you've been watching, you're in pretty.
Dillian Whyte can punch, but he's not a puncher like a Shannon Briggs or Vladimir Klitschko. But he can punch.
Yeah, but there you go. Like
Shannon Briggs, Vladimir Klitschko hit you, then you've been hit.
Shannon Briggs?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shannon Briggs is okay. Lennox Lewis took.
No. Shannon Briggs can punch, man. I'm telling you,
he's okay. He ain't knock out Lennox Lewis though, did he?
No, but he let him on quick feet.
All right, but okay, who else he knocked out? Who else Shannon Briggs knocked out? He didn't look like Vitaly. He didn't knock out Vitaly Klitschko either.
But you can't compare the league of fighters that Dillian fought, the league of fighters that Shannon Briggs.
Well, Povetkin's better than Shannon Briggs, isn't he? Povetkin's better than Shannon Briggs, right?
Povetkin is better than Shannon Briggs?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
You mean...
I mean, if Povetkin can punch.
All right,
Povetkin was a good fighter. He's a gold medalist, so he can fight.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm saying. The dude is dangerous, but you see this dude. Listen, he was younger when Vladimir done him over. he was even young. He was a bit younger again when AJ done him over. But Dillian caught him. I think after that fight with Hunter, I think the Hunter fight shook him up. But Hunter never took him out. The Dillian's in rare air, one of the only two. He's only been knocked out twice. You know what I mean? He only been knocked out. And how come Vladimir didn't knock him out? If Vladimir, why didn't Vladimir knock him out? Tell me why. You was there. Was you in Russia when that happened? I don't know.
Yeah, I was there.
Why didn't Vladimir knock him out?
It's a younger, fresher guy, more ambitious guy.
I heard Vladimir was not allowed to knock him out. I heard the Russians were upset. They'd be upset with Vladimir if he knocked them out. So they told him to carry the distance. Is that true?
He dropped him 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, leaning on his back, wrist, and that performance was worse than this. How about that? Vladimir's performance against Povetkin wasn't as good as Dillian's. Dillian's one was better.
You can't compare because you got a fresh Povetkin and a washed up Povetkin.
Nah, man. Well, when he was fresher and Vladimir, that fight with Vladimir and Povetkin isn't one of them fights. Dillian's fight with Povetkin was seen by millions and the second fight definitely were, but I'm not going to take that away. Vladimir is a great fighter. But listen, I'm saying this right now. Dillian, if they fought Wilder now, what about this one? Dillian versus Joe Joyce. All right, we had an argument about it like yesterday with my man Maestro. Who wins in that fight?
That's a tough fight.
Oh, really?
50-50 fight. That's a 50-50 fight.
Why you say that though? Ain't Joe Joyce?
That's a 50-50 fight. You got an undefeated fighter. Joe Joyce ain't been defeat as a pro.
He's older than Dillian.
I don't care. He's still fresher. Mentally, he's fresher.
Who has he fought to say he's fresher and he ain't fought no punches yet?
He's the number 1 contender.
Who's he fought? What punches has he been in there with?
He's the number 1 contender. I would love to see a Dillian Whyte Joe Joyce fight.
Dillian Whyte would beat Joe Joyce.
Maybe.
Dillian Whyte beats Joe Joyce. I think so. I think Dillian Whyte hits harder and he's more stable now. Like, yeah, we've seen Dillian get knocked out, but Joe Joyce is one of them guys that he's very slow. He ain't got no thing, like, but it'll be a good fight though. You're right, it'll be a good fight. It ain't gonna be easy.
I think the chemistry is good. I think that Dillian Whyte needs to keep moving now.
I don't think he fights Joe Joyce though. If I'm Dillian Whyte where I'm not trying to fight no Joe Joyce though, to be fair. I'm not trying.
I think that Dillian just needs to he needs to stay busy.
Stay busy?
Yeah, he needs to stay busy. That's his biggest asset, to stay busy. Because he's gonna get sharper as he stays busy.
Yeah,
He's gotta stay busy though. He can't stay out no 6 months again.
Yeah.
He can't stay out no 4 months. He gotta get back in there.
Yeah.
Now he got a KO. He got a KO. If I was the trainer, if my guy got a KO the way Dillian got KO, I'll let him go home a couple of weeks, and then I get right back in the gym and start looking for the next guy.
Well,
while I'm debating about who to fight next, while I'm trying to get one of those big name guys, I'd have him in the gym and I'd have him back in the ring in 45, 50 days. I'd have him back in the ring.
Well, I think so, to keep his weight.
Certainly in 90 days, I'd have him back in the ring. I don't care if he's fighting John McGillicuddy. I'd have him back in the ring.
Yeah, well, his weight was better. He was lighter, but I was surprised he wasn't performing. I was surprised that you wasn't overly excited with the Dillian. You just looked at Povetkin as like, yo, he rubbish, man. Damn, man. I'm like, Dillian ain't gonna get no credit nowhere. That know how. You know what I mean? He might also let the guy knock him out again. He seemed like he ain't getting no credit out here. He fought like a former world champion.
I got to go back. I got to go back and look at the fight again. Let me reassess it.
Yeah, I think
Povetkin to me looks like a shot fighter.
Well, listen, man. Now, I don't think okay. What he nicked? All right, listen. What's this? Right? He knocked out Dillian. Yes or no? Did he knock out Dillian in the first fight? Yes or no?
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Was he shot?
Dillian jumped in, see the punch.
Was he shot when he was he shot when he knocked?
I thought he was shot in the first fight.
So okay. When he fought AJ, was he shot then?
I gotta go back and look at it.
Okay, was he
might
shot?
have been.
When he fought Povetkin, was he shot?
Yeah, you ever heard about Humpty Dumpty?
Humpty Dumpty?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell off the wall.
Yeah. Humpty Dumpty fell on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a good ball. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they couldn't put old Humpty back together again.
All right, so who made him fall off the wall then?
The wind. The wind.
Hold up. So listen to this, right? He had a draw with Hunter, and he beat Dillian Whyte. So where was he shot?
Huh?
Yeah, the last fight before Dillian.
I thought that Povetkin got a knockdown with Hunter and didn't get the credit for it, and that's what caused the draw. I thought Povetkin might have won that fight.
Exactly. Was he when he fought Hunter? Was he shot when he fought Hunter?
I got to go back and watch. It might have been. I'm telling you.
We got to keep it consistent now. So a shot fighter usually is when a guy's been taking a beating and he's been knocked down, or he's been in wars. Has he been in wars?
Yeah, Povetkin's been in some wars. He's been.
But he's a winner though. He's a winner
Like, a shot fighter doesn't mean that he's been in a lot of war. It just means that he's been hit.
Man,
he's been hit by some big punches.
Well, he be giving now, but when he hits you, you know you've been hit as well though, because you know what I'm saying. But this is the heavyweight division. So what I'm saying is that we're gonna give credit where credit's due. This guy's only lost 3 times, right? 3 times. Your guy Vladimir, Andy Joshua, and he bloodied Andy Joshua's nose, and then he beat Dillian. He knocked out Dillian, and Dillian knocked him back. We gotta give credit where credit's due. You know what I mean? And they say like, well, the performance, between the two of them, it was a wild west shootout. That's what it was to me. It was like whoever landed first, and Dillian landed this time. If they fought a 3rd time, maybe they changed that around. But to me, a shot fighter is a guy that when you looked at Meldrick Taylor, right, in his later years where he can't talk and he's all doing like Povetkin weren't rolling like Meldrick Taylor or Danny Williams or not like that. So I think I think you got to give credit to Dillian not making Povetkin successful in them areas though. But Mr. Bashir, I like your opinion about it. So what's next, right, for Povetkin? You think Povetkin should retire? Mr. Bashir, he gone. Me and Mr. Shear warming up, man. I got Howard Knight about to come on as well. Me and Mr. Bashir is giving me a joke. Mr. Bashir is funny as hell, man. He's funny. Me and Mr. Bashir is funny as hell. Me and Mr. I'm gonna call him back. I don't want the connection went down. Yo, Mr. Bashir, funny as hell, bro. Fight Doctor in the house. What's up, Fight Doctor? Oh man, Mr. Bashir be funny as hell, bro. He be steady hating, bro. Like dudes be hating. Oh my days. What's up? Big power. Legit. Exactly. Salute to Uncle. Uncle, DJ. That's what you call him. I don't know why Ingle call him Uncle. He ain't related to him, man. I don't know why he call him Uncle. And he ain't his Uncle, Mr. Uncle, man. Mr. Bashir, that's why I call him still. Are we bringing him back now? Bringing him back. Pick it up, Mr. Bashir. I was giving you that work. Come on, son. You don't want it. Yeah, Mr. Bashir gone. He bounced. I'm gonna call Harold Knight, man. I'm gonna give Harold Knight the link. So, this shit is funny as hell. Get Harold Knight on. Oh man. Mr. Bashir is funny as hell, man. Steady hating. He's steady hating on Dillian Whyte. How you be shot? People look, man. You gotta make a man shot. That here, in my opinion, you gotta go back and look at the foot. Go back and look at the state. He looked shot to me. Damn, but that's his first issue. A lot of people say that. Look, he looked shot. Okay, let me see that. Let me see if I can get Harold man in there. But Mr. Bashir done bounced on me, man. Maybe I was giving him too much smoke. Too much smoke, man. It was funny though. Mr. Bashir give me pure joke. Okay, here we go. All right, where's Mr. Bashir? He round out. Let me see what you guys saying in the chat. Okay. Hey, Fight Doctor. Where's Fight Doctor? Me. Fight Doctor, let me give you a link so you can just Fight Doctor come jump in, Fight Doctor. Keep me company until Mr. Bashir decides to come back. I always see what Fight Doctor to say. See what Fight Doctor to say about the situation. Keep this smoking. I'm gonna give you a link 1 minute, Fight Doctor, in the Google chat. Oh man. When I get these coaches, this should be funny as hell, man. All right, Fight Doctor. Here you go. Send you the link right now. Yeah. There you go. Harold, man. Yeah, Mr. Knight. You don't need to come. I mean, I was gonna tell you to press the link, but it's okay. They can hear you. I'm live right now, by the way. So you're live on the show. I've got the microphone here right now. So we're gonna start again. Congratulations first and foremost. So
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So what we're getting up, we're talking strategy. Dillian, you know what I mean? What was you happy with, and what kind of things you take away to improve on?
Well, once again, that he can use the jab, he box, and more or less adapt and adjust his defense. He once you correct the balance, obviously you work on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Still don't have to be ducking down and put himself in position to be hit. He did it a few times. He did it a few times.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but once again, when you can adapt and adjust, and you got to modify your stuff, man. And you see what he did. He settled down, like I was saying. And I was listening to you guys with that. I was listening to all that.
You just listened to me and Mr. Bashir?
Yeah, I was listening.
I was giving that work, man. I was. Yeah, go ahead.
So, but once again, he's entitled to.
Yeah. He knows. He knew that maybe he gonna say some stuff there, but that was his initial opinion. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, once again, whether Povetkin was shot or not, we went to camp. What we had to do. Once again, we didn't cancel it 2 or 3 times. So we're got to go on the camp. We took all the time worried about the other guy. Don't get me wrong, we watched him, we studied him.
Yeah.
But we go and work on things that we need strength on working on.
That's right.
We went to camp to work on the things that we were trying. And once again, it's some of the things that Dick did on Saturday that he hasn't done in the past. You got some of the great guys, champions come back from knockouts. Obviously Lennox Lewis. Still got knocked out by
Living, yeah.
He came back. So Mike, you guys come back from knockouts, and that's what defines the greatness. It defines that fortitude, that willpower, because it's not many that can rebound, especially after their loss. And so you got to look at now Dillian, if he to fight Anthony Joshua later on, they have a chance to avenge that, and it's not many fighters that can avenge every loss. This person they lost So,
yeah. I agree with you 100%. You know, I think people take away, they want to take away things, but Povetkin he ain't changed. I mean, he was like his last fight before Dillian was a draw, and Dillian was winning the last fight, and he got stopped. Povetkin, when did he? I'm like, when did he become shot? Like, when did he come? What made him shot? Yeah, he wore, but you, if you take away his assets, then yeah, he gonna look like that. You know what I mean? You gonna take away his tools.
He was still ready to not build that off. It still would allow them. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, but added to his age, and he's been in some wars, but Dillian been in some wars too.
There you go.
Once again, the pressure, we had more pressure to win than
Povetkin. Yeah.
Because if Dill would have lost, that'd have been into his career, basically. So, and also, what fighter has Dill, he fought all these tough guys. Think about it. He didn't have to take Povetkin the first time. He had to take Povetkin. And, obviously, his fight before this was in Hunter, which was a draw. So, hey, I agree some of the things that Bashir says to be able to get in there. But, with the politics and the money that these guys make, you really can't get them in there within, them 90 days. That's how you do stay sharp. And once again, we was ready to go. The fight was August 21st. The first fight, it was at a schedule for November. What's that? 60 days later.
Yeah, it was long, man. It was like 3 camps, isn't it?
Yeah. So once again, hey, we're just happy to be back in position, and we ain't gonna let it go this time.
Yo, 100%, man, 100%. I hope people can hear it because obviously on my phone and that. Like, let me see if people in the chat could hear, making sure the volume is good because people are listening. Yeah, me and Mr. Bashir, we always go back, but you see the thing is, he with Vladimir and Emanuel Steward, and a lot of time Vladimir's opponents didn't get the credit and stuff like that. But this is the thing, right? I already pointed out to him that Dillian's fight with Povetkin was better. You know what I mean? It was exciting. Like it had enough drama in it that a lot of people paid for the rematch. And the way that fight played out, it's like, Dillian came to meet Povetkin in that chamber. That's why when it went back to the corner, you guys like, you need to go back because it's a shootout. You know what I mean? There was one punch when both of them threw the right hand, they dust missed each other. I mean, your heart must have been like that. When he come back to the corner, we need to get a hold of this right here. So it was very, you and Xavier look like you worked together to calm him down and get him back to the game plan, right?
Exactly. That was the thing. Once again, Dill had to outthink him. In our corner, we had to outthink Povetkin's corner.
Mm-hmm.
They can't fall on time for nothing. We like I said, and for 3 times it was rescheduled.
Yeah.
We stayed in camp basically. So we wasn't gonna get caught slacking. We were going to continue to put that work in, and every boxing, anybody can go, and what did Dill say? Who next?
Yeah, who's next? Well, Eddie's talking about going to America. Listen, if you go to America, I might have to get my bags. I think I might have to follow you over there because you know what I mean. Hey, what part? Where you from? You from Jersey? Where you at? New York? You New York? Jersey?
Yeah, I'm Jersey.
All right, so
Jersey,
you Jersey, so yeah. So but you see the thing is over. That's over where Lennox Lewis, or you and Lennox Lewis, and you got the sparring partner is gonna be easy to bring in. You know what I mean? The whole setup, is gonna obviously how to make the whole thing smooth. And I reckon you have a great training camp over there in America, man. I know we got the COVID restrictions right now, but things are obviously loosening up. But who would you like to fight in America?
Well, you just hit a big key factor right there. See, what we did, we changed our sparring for this fight. Fight that that Povetkin fight. We had quicker guys. We had guys that were challenging Dill. We had guys. What it did was change Dillian's speed. So
you just hit up on a major thing right there. And so that was the key on this fight right here. But Dillian can fight anybody. I mean, I don't care what people say. If he was a Wilder stayed for him. Wilder stayed for him.
I think so right now.
He's not Wilder.
Yeah, I think so right now because I was saying Wilder's just come off a loss. He ain't with Mark Breland. His team's still in disarray, and his confidence is not in the right place. It's time. Boxing's about timing. But that will make a great fight for the fans, and that's what it's all about for the fans. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's enough ingredients in there to make a pay-per-view. I'll be honest with you, Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder pay-per-view is probably more anticipated in the world sort of thing because you have America and the UK, then probably Tyson Fury, Andy Joshua, which is basically in the UK. Right? I mean, like people in America might be like, I might watch it, but Dillian Whyte in America with American, and then obviously Dillian Whyte in America and Deontay Wilder. You could bring the American and the UK fans together, and that could be a mega. That could be a mega in Vegas, and maybe in Vegas or I don't know, New York, wherever.
You already had the biggest punches. Them are the two biggest punches in the division.
Yeah, they are.
Who else there is? They're one of the two biggest punches in the division.
Yeah.
In heavyweight boxing. And it's a national magic. Yeah. From the backgrounds and both guys come to fight. So once again, we knocked Wilder out because you hit the key. His team is in disarray. Wilder's he's a little unstable right now.
Yeah.
When I say that, that confidence. His confidence is like, because he's got basically beaten in 24 rounds. Well, he stopped at 8 rounds last fight?
Yeah, yeah.
Fury beat him in the first fight.
Yeah.
And so he obviously stopped him the second fight. So his confidence is shot. And, one thing with Dillian, he don't waver. Win, lose, or draw, he does not waver. You understand what I'm saying? So, it'll be a good fight. Both of them talk shit. Both of them are hot-headed. But once again, I feel we have better boxing skills. We're punching. You never lose the power.
Yeah.
Never. You know what I mean? All you want to do is add on to it. You want to add on to it with the other weapons you have, not just by throwing punches, by using your legs. You understand what I'm saying? Not be there, but when these big guys hit, I don't care how they deliver, how they look. If these big guys hit you, anybody can go. So that's what boxing is about. You see, dude use his legs, he uses, he used his IQ, he used his arms, and obviously that power was the equalizer that came through.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
That last level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was a George Foreman.
Yeah. Yeah. That big sweeping left hook, and he timed it beautiful. The timing was beautiful. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the we were talking about off air. The right hand, I thought for Povetkin and for short guys, for dealing with the long arms, I like the way he threw that straight right to the body. Because the straight right to the body is like, it's like I can't get in. I have to, because Povetkin, I'm trying to get in. It's like he threw a straight right to the body. It's like that's keeping you out there. That boom. He went like that and he threw it straight and he rolled underneath like that. You know what I mean? And I was like, he didn't do that before. You know what I mean? And like you said, the crouching style, crouching up, crouching out, and you're trying to get him. He's a tall guy, a big guy. Fight like a big man, fight tall. Pop, pop, pop. Jab, keep jab, and then he shortened the right hand. I think you had him shorten the right hand instead of just long. That's because when he had it long, Povetkin could time him, right? So you had him shorten it, which is much better. And he shortened him.
Exactly. That's put him in range to throw the left hook.
Yeah, there you go.
He follows it. He follows the instruction, and then once again, don't look for the home run hitter.
Yeah.
Anytime Still used to look for the home run hitter, that's when he'd get on that one and he'd be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You see.
Can't get no leverage.
You know, yes, exactly. So once again, but it all works out where it's balance. It wasn't like it's all out. You took guns right, your punches is going to come straighter. You can see different things. You can see different things. And you know, Dillian still has a still in the reach. You know what I mean? He's still on the job learning. Believe what I tell you.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's you know, he is. That's the whole fact. You know, I'll say. So let's talk about one of the guys you had earlier in the card. He lost in he was in amateur, I think, in the World Games. The guy earlier in the card. What happened to him? I know you was training him, and he got knocked out by Nick Webb. Like, you know, like how long was you training him for? Or did you acclimate with him very well? Because it looked like he didn't have many confidence, man. You know, I don't know what, you know, because he had all the attribute confidence, but I mean, you could tell me because I don't know, you know what I mean? But it was Nick Webb. This he looked big as well. Nick Webb looked big, you know. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Eric Pfeiffer, real good guy.
Yeah, Pfeiffer. Yeah.
You know, he was one of Dillian's sparring partners.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in Dillian's camp for 2 camps.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's where I started working with him. You know, because once you obviously in the camp with us, you know, and they got it on the undercard with this COVID thing, we didn't want or it couldn't come in or whatever. So, you know, I'm always willing to help someone and assist someone. Unfortunately, he was outgunned by Nick Webb, who's a damn good fighter. Once again, it's the main thing is you know, his health. He's been gone so long from his family, his little baby and his wife. So you know, when you get an opportunity on a big stage like that, you know, in this professional boxing, you have to take advantage of it. You have to take advantage of it. Fortunately, Nick Webb did. Unfortunately for us. So take nothing away from Nick Webb. He's a upcoming young fighter, strong, and not a bad fighter, I will say. So, but yeah, you know, let him go home. And I think it was you know, Nick was a big guy. So, you know, we take our hat off to Nick Webb, and Eric Pfeiffer just wants to take a little time off and come back a little smarter. This is what, you know, once again, this is how champions are made. You know, it's how you return after a loss. Dillian Whyte, you see what happened with him. So, hey, good win for Nick Pfeiffer, for Nick Webb and Eric Pfeiffer to be back.
Yeah, I was gonna say to you now. So you know, you this is Howard Knight is firmly and Xavier are firmly on the card. Dillian said it best. He said, "I'm so happy for my team. You know what I mean? I'm happy for my guys to get recognition." Right. For you and Xavier, you know, you obviously you've been Lennox Lewis for many years. Xavier's up and coming, one of the young coaches in the country. For you two, I mean, it was just like I can see in your face. It was so like, oh man, okay. Now we're back, man. Now, you know what I mean? We can start doing things. What other fighters you must try? Because Dillian Zab bought Yusuf, and young Yusuf on the card, and other couple of fighters he was to bring through. Have you got any other fighters that you've been working with that you could bring through yourself that, you know, maybe you can bring towards Dillian and say, yo, I got a couple of, because that's one thing I was looking in myself as like, both of you are very good coaches in your own right. Have you got any other prodigy that you got there working with?
Well, at the moment right now, it's so ironic you say that because I've been getting some calls.
Oh yeah?
I was in camp with Dillian.
Okay.
So, because you know these guys follow the media, they on social media, follow what's going on. Because the sooner of the game, you follow other fighters. That's the bottom line. You know, so I've been getting some calls. At the moment, you know, I don't have anything that's really solid, so I don't want to bring no names up or anything. But yes, I mean, Dillian, once again, I always put it down to Dillian. It's the Dillian Whyte show. Yeah. All we are the trainers, myself, Dad, the sports, the physio. You know, you got Magic, who's the cut man.
Yeah, Magic.
You know, we're all supporting You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a team, collaboration effort. And in turn, when everybody plays their role, leave the Eagles outside, and that's the thing that we do here. Leave the Eagles outside, do what we do best, and bring our heads together, come up with a good plan, and in order to be any successful athlete or corporation, which still is a corporation business, you have to have a good team around you. You have to have good, loyal people around you. So, I'm fortunate to be called, or when they gave me the call, and the hookup with that. So, we're definitely in the process of building a team. So I don't have anyone that I'm going to mention now. But I talk with a few people.
Let me ask. So 100%, Harold Knight is going to be back with Team Whyte. 100%. That's you ain't I really enjoyed the chemistry between you and Xavier Miller. I mean, you must have had some good nights. I mean, you're a history buff. I'm sure you guys sat down and watched history and taught history amongst each other, right? Because Zab loves, he loves the history of the game.
Oh, that's not. We don't just do the training in the gym. We do this. We also studied as you know, Dill's an old school fighter. He's a throwback. You know what I'm saying? So, but also his IQ is good. It's far to none in boxing. We don't just talk about the heavyweight. Not just talk about it. Knowing not only just the heavyweights, but all fighters in all the divisions. The old school fighters too. The Sonny Liston, the Sugar Ray Robinson, the Sugar Ray Leonard. So Zab as well as Dill. They talk about that in boxing, that real, strategy. Why this one did this one or that. He set this up to do that. And that's part of being a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we that's what we do. That's what makes us even better. We sit down and talk about that. Because, Dill's always grinding in the gym. So that's how we sometimes have to, he's one of these blue collar work. We have him take the pedal off the metal. You understand what I'm saying? And instead of doing it physically, we do it mentally.
Yeah. No, I the thing is, you weren't Lennox Lewis. Like he was your friend from when you was younger, and in school and stuff like that. He very calm demeanor. He liked to play chess. Right. Dillian's like complete opposite, right? He's like on the other end. It's like, how do you in terms of what I'm trying to say to you, how are you dealing with that now? I mean, the thing is, Dave, when you was with Lennox, like he's around the same age as you school buddies and stuff like that. But the wisdom with Lennox and that, how has it helped you in this obviously help in this situation? Because you're in the same position, you're supporting each other, you're supporting Dillian. How has it helped with that experience? You know what I mean?
Well, the experience, and I thank God to have this experience as a former professional fighter, as well as a assistant trainer under first the late great John Danforth, who was Lynch's first trainer, and then Pedro Correa, and then the late great Emanuel Steward. So these guys were my mentors, and I learned so much off these big time guys. So that definitely has helped in the Dillian Whyte camp. Dillian, see how we get along. We're realists. Dill, he's gonna tell you like it is. He's straight with no chaser. And I'm the same way too. And in this sport, boxing, you have no time to be pussyfooting around. You know what I mean? You gotta tell them straight up. You know what I mean? Because you got people's lives are in your hand. You understand what I'm saying? And so, it's been easy, man. It's been easy. Me being from the streets, but thank God I've had boxing. That's why Dill is so important, because he's from the street, but it showed that boxing can save your life. For example, boxing saved so many tons of thousands of fighters from the street. So that's how we're related. You know what I'm saying? And being straight up with each other. We got no time to be wasting. But me being of this age and Deal obviously 32, whatever. But once again, time goes quick. Him being not having a title shot in over 2 years. Him having to wait 6 weeks to get the rematch. So once again, we had no time to be playing around. You got to be straight to the point, and that's how we are in camp. With Zab, with Magic, with Simon, with Al. We straight to the point because our goal, our ultimate goal, and only goal is to not only fight for the heavyweight championship but win it. We got one of the guys, still, who, this guy trains like a maniac, and so we have no problem with that. And he can fight, that's the bottom line. He can fight, he can punch. And so now we like you always say, there's levels to this shit right here, bro. It's a level. And so, he's ready to go to another level, man.
Oh, 100%, man. I really appreciate the two of you are very, the historical fact to bring all the history in, and you bring all the technical style, and Dillian needs that. I was talking to, I can't remember who I was talking to. It's been a long time. No, I was talking to another trainer earlier on, and he was saying it's a long time you see Dillian work the jab. I don't think he's really worked the jab like that, And the thing is, and he kept his range. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you hit it on the head. And actually, if you recall in our interview, I did say he was going to work that jab.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And obviously, he didn't work it the way he can use it. But that's good. Because there's always room up there. That's what I call that ceiling. So, but he used it. Now, once again, different fighters are going to come differently.
Yes.
Povetkin was right there to be hit with the jab. That's why we knew we were going to hit him with the jab and shake him up first.
Yeah.
We didn't want Povetkin to get off first.
Yeah, get comfortable. That's right.
Exactly. We're going to get off first. And then okay, boom, this is what it is. This is what it is. And then he's going to want to counter, but we're going to go ahead and counter this counter.
Yep.
Not even be there for him to front. We step away and start at the ring. And then we was more or less like letting him, he followed right into the trap. He followed right into the trap. Hey, once again, it worked. And once again, different fighters are going to come in different styles. You got that Wilder, he's going to come with a whole different game plan because he's rangy with that jab, and he's looking for that right hand. He's got it nice. So it'd be a whole different game plan with Wilder. Whole different game plan.
Oh yeah. Because
you got to understand, we just fought. So if that was to happen, boom. Wilder's already been out. What?
Nearly 2 years. Yeah, a whole 2 years. Nearly 2 years. That's right.
Yeah.
And he ain't got no training. He ain't got no training. He ain't got no training like you, like y'all. He ain't got no trainer yet.
Exactly. So a lot of intangibles makes into this.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. So let's talk about Dillian said he want to fight an easy fight with Eddie. And my thing is this, yeah. I don't know why he won an easy fight though, because I think Povetkin, maybe he took his eye off the ball with Povetkin. I think when you're at this stage, and Lennox Lewis, you was there with Lennox Lewis, you it depends how you want to finish your career, you know what I mean? Because I feel like Dillian's got 3 or 4 more fights in him. 4 more. 4. I think 4. Right? The reason why I say 4, because after that, like, there could be a decline because you fight the very best, right? And you got the hungry guys coming up underneath you, and when you can't really get motivated, that's why Lennox didn't fight Chris Bird, right? Because he was like, I ain't fighting him. I don't fight him. I just want to fight Mike Tyson. And the only reason he fought Vladimir because Kirk Johnson pulled out. And after that, Lennox said, that's it, I'm done. Because I might lose to one of these guys and then be forced, like Roy Jones, be forced to fight. Because when you lose, you're like, yo, I need to get it back. Now, Dillian's done that. He's got it back. Now, the whole way as a fighter, already is to stay hungry into being, but you need to know that you've got a hard fight in front of you to get you ready for the training. You know what I mean? Because when he lost, that probably motivated him more. So, what, in your opinion, would you like him to fight an easy fight? A guy that you're going to beat?
again, you don't want to take that. Boxing number one. Just thinking of boxing, the business is already done before boxing matches are even made. Believe me. You understand what I'm saying? And also, as a fighter, you want maximum gain, minimum risk. It's not one. You know what I mean? Maximum gain, minimum risk. So I'm with you. Believe me, I'm exactly with him. You see what I'm saying? Because tell me one fighter that he didn't have to fight reason. That was a tough fight.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? You know, Steward fight. The Parker fight. So tell me one guy that for one tough fight still has turned down. But yeah, give me, come on, give me, any fight's gonna be tough or competitive, but look at series before what? The Otto Wallace, whatever.
Yeah, Otto Wallace and them. I never heard of these dudes here, man.
Yeah, so, them were fights that, where when I say give me fights, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to fight wars all the time. Yes, you want maximum gain, minimum risk, but once again, you're talking about longevity also. I'm with him too. Yeah, Marvin didn't want to fight him or deal with him. No more. But now, Wilder lost, or Eddie Hearn wants to set that up. Hey man,
it's paper, it's money, man. If you ain't fighting for the belts, the next big thing is a big payday. I'm looking like 30, 40 mil. I'm looking on that one because that I think that can generate like 30 because the media coverage on that alone, America, USA. That one day, I think that alone is going to be a fight. The Dillian's been chopping the bits to get at Wilder. He's been after him for a minute. You know what I mean? And I think for this time, it's going to be worse for Wilder because he's coming off a loss. I don't know what's going on with him and Tyson Fury in what's happening in negotiations, but Dillian's good to go, man. Now the WBC, they sitting there. Fury's got the WBC belt. I don't know what's going on there, but Dillian's sitting back where he was before. He's back on the throne. He's got you guys with him. I'm telling you, things have worked out even better, maybe better in this situation. Well, for yourself anyway, better than you could ever dream. I mean, you was on the outside looking in, and now you in the inside looking out, and you sitting there like Lennox Lewis playing chess again.
Hey man, let me tell you something. I'm glad that they called my phone, man. That's bottom line. You know what I mean? I'm glad they called my phone because there's other good trainers out there. Was good fit. It's good fit.
Yeah.
And I know when I get involved with the fighter, and I say this humbly, I know I'm an asset. I bring positivity and experience to the table.
Oh yeah.
That's a good thing with a fighting. So I'm fortunate and blessed, man. I'm fortunate and blessed, and on the road for a second heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, yeah, like 100%. All the experience you did like back in the days with all the trainers and that all comes. At least you can have that knowledge because there's loads of trainers like Buddy. Let's talk what Buddy McGurk has gone over. He's in England. He's in the UK now with Derek Chisora. He's training Derek Chisora for the Parker fight right now. So I know Buddy. No, Buddy. I'm sure you know Buddy from a long time, and some.
Tell him I say what's up.
I'll try. If I can get interview, I would love to talk to him about he's obviously and stuff. But it's good that you got all the knowledge that you can bestow on a young fighter that needs it, really needs that information. And also with Zab and Sork, you and Zab can sit down and talk amongst each other to strategize the best plan ready for Dillian. Let me ask you a question though, the real that there was a comment coming out that you guys, and this is not me, come from the media people over there, that you and Dab will kind of distance yourself in the build up the whole week. I don't know if there's any truth to that. Like your chemistry, would you say your chemistry is still forming, or would you say it was perfectly in sync?
Say that again.
The chemistry between you and Xavier. What was the chemistry like with you and Xavier in the week? Are you the type of guy? Are you the type of guy to spend time by yourself? Because Zab is, or how was your chemistry, like your chemistry bonding on the night? And in the week with Xavier? How do you see your chemistry with him?
Once again, our chemistry is we're boxing minds. Both of us are boxing minds. And once again, we respect each other. And the egos are put aside. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we are passionate. We understand. When you have that passion and love for what you do, all that other personal stuff, in my case, as well as this case, is at the same time. Once again, our chemistry is good. I don't know where the French got that from.
Yeah. I think it came from the other side. It came from like another source, but I don't know. To me, I looked on it like you guys are just 100% focused on your task at hand. I mean, you're very passionate. I think they were talking about maybe in the corner where you had instructions, but the instructions were the same thing. I think Zab said, keep your hands up, and you go, just keep popping that jab. Just keep working that jab, man. And we go ahead. Because I think what it is most was that. No, I said to you, maybe some corners they used to one person talking, not really two people talking at the same time. I think that's where maybe people might try to pick up on. But I think people always looking for something. To me, I thought your chemistry and you and Zab thing had the right thing. What you said, both of you were saying the right information that he needed to hear.
No, we said the right information. It was right to the point. You know what I mean? See, the proof is in the book.
Oh yeah.
You had to settle down after the first round, but once again, I don't feed into that negativity.
No, do I? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, many people are going to talk. They're going to talk. Once again, not only being a major figure back in the game, and that right there, then that win didn't make a lot of people happy. Believe what I tell you.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was surprised. Like they were like taking away, with the thing. But I said to myself, listen. I said I don't know what they want. They probably want Dillian to lose or something like that. And that ain't gonna happen. No, with you in the corner, that ain't gonna happen. So they're gonna have to get used to Dillian him. But listen. You guys are doing your thing, man. I really appreciate. What one thing would you say what Dillian still needs to work on? Would you feel will cement him as a legend? Because I know you in the corner. There's winning a championship. That will be your ultimate goal. But cementing Dillian as a Hall of Fame legend, how do you go about doing that?
Well, once again, what do I see for him to
become a legend? That's usually the goal to me. When you become a world champion, become a legend.
Right. Become for his legacy to be cemented. Once again, do the top 10 job. I was gonna be there. His balance and and his defense. Once that gets to the point where his legs, using his upper body, his strength, his arm, and throwing these straight up punches, that right there is going to cement his legacy as well as beat all these guys out there. The Wilder, the Fury, the Joshua, whoever's going to be. You know what I mean? He can beat these guys. He will beat these guys. Not only beat these guys, he knock these guys out. When he do that, that will cement the legacy.
That'd be one. Well, that'd be great. Well, the thing is, them title shots are gonna be there. I really appreciate the time you give me, obviously, for an interview. Obviously, I don't know if I know you're a busy guy, man. But the thing is, you back. How you feel being back at home now? You haven't been at home for a while. How you feel being back in the States now? And what's your plans for the next couple of months, man?
Yeah, well, it feels good to be back home. Me and my girl. Chilling. Hey, I'm just gonna fall back for about another week or two, relax, and then get back to working out, training and stuff. Probably go on a little, vacation.
Yeah.
But other
Yeah.
than that, still stay on the game. You know what I mean? Study. Start studying. Whoever the fight's going to be up with against next, whether it's Wilder, whether it's obviously it ain't going to be. You never know. It might be a Fury or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Because you never stop learning. And so, but I ain't going to be throwing poke, man. Anytime I told you when I first met you, any way I can help you, my brother, we helping each other.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, no,
helping each other. So
I appreciate that. Another thing is what
I'm there for you, man.
Yeah, nothing as well. I forgot to point. The fight was so cemented that they had a coin. I think Dillian's the first black guy to be on a coin, especially in that country. They put him on a coin, right? That there was like,
Right,
that was like, you know what I'm saying? That was really special. You know what I mean? They printed out a coin. So is that a collector's item, or is that going to be a permanent? Is that their permanent money over there? So Dillian's always going to be on that coin, or how's that work?
You know what? Good question, because I tried to get a couple coins before I left. I wasn't able to get some because I was rushing at the time.
Yeah.
But yes, man, that $2 thing is really first African, first Jamaican born Englishman to be on over in Gibraltar, Spain. That's first it's ever been done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a thought. I got to get some of them coins, don't get me wrong. But I think they're going to put it in circulation. It might be a collector's item, but I believe they're going to put it in circulation.
I hope so, man. Because I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you. I wanna see that. I wanna see that joint right there, them coins and that, man. But hey, Harold, man, listen, Harold the Shadow Knight. It's always a pleasure. Hey, you talked to Lewis? You talked to Lennox recently?
No, I haven't talked to him. I just got home late last night, so I haven't really got to reach out to him. And I'll probably talk to him in a minute.
Yeah, because the thing is, when I look at Dillian, right, and look at him, they both got Jamaican heritage, and Dillian and Dillian and Lennox, yeah, they've got a way that they inspire people, they're rare air. It's really impressive, man. I was so overjoyed for the two of you. That fight, when I came out, when I watched the fight, it was like a shooter. I feel like I was in it myself, man. It's like, damn, man. He's like, yo, Dillian came out like, it's like the knockout. It's like when he got knocked down, it's like, imagine in the fight, he got up, and it was like, that was the next round. It was like, okay, I'm coming for him. That's the way he came out. It was like, yo, there was no, you wouldn't even think that this man got knocked out. There was no apprehensions. It was like, nah. He went straight for Povetkin. And I think Michael Hunter did it, and Dillian did it. And I was like, that one, Dillian was trying in, and you was right to go, yo, calm down, man. Yo, go back to the jab. Keep in it, and doom. But the left hook, boom, and it's pow, boy. It was like, yeah. Even though he's cornered, they threw the towel, and they knew what time it was, right?
Yeah. Well, the referee had already stopped it, but I'm glad the referee just stopped it because, once again, if they didn't stop that, and don't get me wrong, Povetkin's a good guy, nice guy.
Yeah.
But he would have got hurt, bro. He would have got hurt.
I think so.
Once again, we in combat, bro. Still did what he had to do, but he still had that compassion and that humility to be able to, empathy to go over there and help him. You know what I mean? Give him the stool or whatever. So I'm glad the referee stopped it, and I'm glad they pointed through the towel in. I'm going to take it straight up.
100%. All right, one more thing. Yusuf Super Kamari. I don't know if you saw his performance because I don't know if you get ready. If you see the performance, what do you think of the young man? And he was punching, he was hitting hard, bro. He reminded me of James Toney a bit, man. Yusuf, the James Toney, the slight touch. Go ahead. What do you think? How far you think he can go?
Yeah. I was watching it on a monitor while he was out there fighting. Now, Super is going to be Super. Believe what I tell you. That's why it couldn't be farther from the truth in regards to me and Zab not getting along or whatever.
Yes, sir.
What's going to happen? Me and him already in discussions to have Yusuf start getting some work, as well as one or two other fighters from IQ Box get work
Yeah, well, that's gonna be good. Yeah.
So, yeah. So Yusuf, he definitely has a champion in the making. On it, written all over him.
100%. But that's what he needs, some of that American sparring to help build his career and behind closed doors. And that will ultimately make him better, because what I saw there, I said, yo, it's only gonna get better. And I think you need better sparring. But you guys are doing the best, Cam. Harold Knight, hey, what do you want to say to the fans of Dillian and yourselves? Give a message to people. What do you want to say to them?
Well, once again, just for all the followers and fans that was still with us thick and thin, because a few people wrote Dillian off, was thinking he was going to get beat.
Yeah.
A few people.
Yeah.
More than a few people. But it's all good. You got to have them haters. You got to have them naysayers.
Yeah.
You got to have them, you know what I mean, to make you do that extra round, to run that extra mile. You know what I mean? You know, you got to have them. So, but once again, you know, you guys keep supporting them. You guys keep on tuning it in. You guys keep expecting, you know what I mean, a real work from a real fighter, a throwback fighter like Dillian.
Where Marvin Hagler? Where Marvin? Yeah, where Marvin Hagler? Yo, who was like, that was a great tribute, man. I love that. Because Dillian embraced that kind of blue collar work, right?
Exactly. You know what I mean? That he had on the, once again, you know, inspire a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, R.I.P. Hagler. Come on, man. That right there. You know, the great ones, you know, you can tell them being the student of the game, because only good fighters do that. When I say good fighters do that, they give it homage to the ones that laid a road down before them. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, he definitely inspired not only a lot of people, inspired me, man. You know, so we got a lot more.
100%. Hey, Mr. Knight, man, we really appreciate. And you know what? I'm gonna try and keep in touch with you regularly. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know Eddie Hearn and the rest of the guy. They look back at the numbers. I'm sure the numbers. I paid for the pay-per-view myself to let you know. So I contributed in terms of in the things. I felt like it was worth it, and I really enjoyed the card. The entirety of the card and the main event just blew me out. I mean, you guys done a hell of a job. You and Xavier and Magic, also Nick over there at IQ. The whole team, congratulations to you and the whole team. Done a really good job, and I look forward to see Dillian Whyte come, obviously get his title shot, also his next opponent, and many things so far in boxing. So I really appreciate you giving me an interview, and Dillian doing very well. Really appreciate it, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Anytime you need me, bro, hit me up.
I will do, man. Take care, Harold. Thanks very much.
Hit me up.
All right, man. Take care. Bless, bro.
Okay.
Peace.
Peace.
That's Harold Knight, people, man. Hope the sound didn't sound so bad. Hope the sound didn't sound so bad. Anyone got any comments? Hopefully. Oh, man. The sound sound okay? Let me see. Yes, EJ. Yeah. Oh, what's up, PMC? Still late, no Hall of Famer. Get out of here. PMC be hating. Don't even got no belt. Ah, man, you be hating. This day, you Mr. Bashir be hating. Let me call Mr. Bashir back. You be hating. Y'all be hating, yo. Stop hating. Y'all ain't even impressed with the you guys need to stop already, bro. Y'all stop the hate already, yo. Dillian, yo, man. Listen, I don't know what it is, man. It's what I can't even tell you. Let me get Mr. Bashir back on. If he can come back on. PMC, boy. PMC. What's it? Oh, man. It's Mr. Bashir. If he picks up, let me see if he picks up. I was giving him that work as well. I don't know if he's going to pick up. Let me see if he's going to pick up. Nah, he's probably busy. But I enjoy this conversation anyway, Mr. Bashir. We were talking. So you got 2 for the price of 1. So it's not really 2 for the price of 1. You got two interviews there. You have Mr. James Ali Bashir and you have Mr. Harold Knight, who was actually listening to the broadcast though. Oh, what's up, Jalik? Yo, what's up, Jalik, man? Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Harold, man. Listen, guy, him and Xavier, man, they doing big things in boxing. I look forward to these guys, man. It's good to see people in the game coming around again, and Xavier obviously doing great things over there in the gym in IQ Neasden. And these are the things you like to see, you know what I'm saying? Guys building fighters, experienced guys giving in, and Dillian's got the right people around them, and it looks successful, man. I'm on board. I'm bored on the train. I'm on the Whyte train right now, and I'm really enjoying what they're doing. PIMS, yeah. Oh, there he is, Mr. Bashir. There he is. I was about to wrap up as well. This is Mr. Bashir. He back. Mr. Bashir coming in, scrolling in. He's coming. Come on, Mr. Bashir. Rolling up, loading up. Ah, man, something went wrong. Damn, what happened there? Let me call him. Don't worry, we're going to call it in. Every time I do that stuff, it keeps working. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, he's there. Let me try again. Try again. My computer's slow as molasses, bro. It's quicker than my phone, actually, you know. Hopefully you pick up.
Yeah.
Oh, you back?
Yeah, the power went out. I didn't have my cord.
I was just talking to Harold, man. I was just talking to Harold, man. He was listening to what you were saying, though.
He was?
Yeah. He, like you said, he disagrees and stuff like that. But he said, you and him are good friends. He understands, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me and I are good friends. We cool.
Yeah. He was saying, you know what I mean? He was saying. But so anyway, Mr. Bashir. So overall,
I disagree with you, right?
Nah, no. Obviously, not no, not really, because it's like, like I said in it, in terms of the before.
Constructive is called constructive criticism.
Yeah, he wasn't thinking. It was, he just disagreed. But you and him are still good friends, though.
Yeah. No, we good friends.
Yeah. So listen. So we was back on it now. So what do you think next for Dillian? Now we talk about Deontay Wilder now, and you're saying.
Well, I think that Dillian solidified his status as a heavyweight contender.
Yeah.
In the top five fighters in the world today.
Yeah.
I will say that he has earned that right, and I think that he earned the right. He earned the right to be in the top five. He should have got a title shot, though. That's wrong. What they did with handling Dillian Whyte's career, that's wrong.
So why? Well, who's he supposed to fight? Who's he supposed to fight, though?
But I'm saying, look. They look at the other guys. They got Molina had what? 2 title fights, right?
Yeah, he fought. That was way before Joshua, right?
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, Molina got 2 title shots.
I don't think they want him to fight Joshua, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they want him to fight Joshua.
Look. He should fought Dillian Whyte. He earned the right. Every time he beats somebody, they come back and say, here's another guy. Beat him. Dillian go in there and beat him, and then here's another guy. He just keep. He fought Chisora. All right. It was a tight fight, the first fight, right?
Yeah.
He came back. He knocked out Chisora.
He did.
Then he came in. He beat Joseph Parker.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Former world champion.
Then he fought with the little Peruvian guy.
Oscar Rivas.
Oscar Rivas. That was a tough fight for him. Yeah. He should have got a title shot after the Rivas fight. He should have got a title fight.
But that's Eddie though. Ain't that Eddie though? That's Eddie. Eddie not giving him. Ain't that Eddie's fault? Eddie.
All I'm saying is, look, it's unfair what they did to Dillian Whyte.
Yeah.
They had Dillian Whyte
think he's only on the WBC though, bro. Like Josh. I think they offered Josh that offer.
Well, I don't. It's the WBC. He earned the right to fight for it.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. I ain't gonna disagree with that. I agree with you. He does earn the right. But then
every time he gets the spot, they have him fight somebody else. I said, good God, man, when they gonna let the man fight for the title?
Yo, you're killing me.
I said, man, they did him wrong. They did him wrong.
Yeah, they did.
They did him wrong. They was bouncing him around. So, maybe if they win over Povetkin, will open the door for him to get a title fight.
All right, yeah. All right. So what we saying? You still go Wilder beating Dillian,
right? But he beat Joseph Parker, right?
Yeah, he did. He busted. He beat Joseph Parker on decision. Yeah, he knocked him down in the fight as well with a wicked left hook as well. Yeah.
But Joseph knocked him down too, right?
Yeah, Joseph got him in the last round. Dillian holding on for life and go through. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Joseph. Yeah. Joseph knocked him down in the last round as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he knocked him down.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's why, I say, look, Dillian Whyte, I will say the thing, he deserved the title shot a long time ago. 2-3 fights ago, he deserved the title fight. And they driving around. Eddie Hearn is behind it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Eddie Hearn is behind it.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that's messing him around because he don't want him nowhere near Joshua.
Oh, but that's what. There you go. That's what I'm saying. But all right. So he and the thing is, he gonna fight.
Jack be nimble. Jack be quick.
Is that what?
Jack jump over the candlestick. Anything you want to jump over, don't jump around Joshua.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, right?
Yeah, because every time Dillian Whyte qualifies, they disqualify and say, well, go fight him. If you beat him, you get the title shot. Then he beat somebody and say, well, you go down and fight him. Everybody, and they got to fight everybody.
I think,
but they don't let him fight for the guy that Anthony Joshua. They won't let him do it.
I think Eddie Hearn wants him to fight Deontay Wilder. That's the one to keep him away from AJ. That's what that is about.
Yeah. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
He wants him to fight. He wants him to fight Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Because win, lose, or draw, he's gonna be beat up when he get out of that fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, you want to fight Joshua? Come on, fight him.
Yeah, that's what they on. That's what they on. Yeah.
He wants Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte to beat the hell out of each other, and then I'll let you fight AJ.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm calling it what it is. All right.
What you calling it?
I'm calling it. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Dillian Whyte deserved the fight, and the WBC. He's qualified for the WBC title a long time ago.
Yeah. But I think they asked.
They come up every time he qualifies. They come up with a different reason. Well, we can't fight because this one. We can't fight because of that. Well, you can't get in here because of the thing that did. Well, go fight them. Go fight them. All right? Go fight them, and what happens? Every time we fight, they come out and say, well, fight him. If you beat him, then we don't think about it.
I think he could. I think he had when he got the WBC belt, right? He didn't have to fight Povetkin, but he wanted to keep busy, so he didn't have to fight Povetkin though. He chose to fight Povetkin. You know what I mean? That was a voluntary.
One thing I'll say about Dillian Whyte don't turn nothing down but his collar.
You what?
All right? Dillian Whyte don't turn down nothing but his collar.
Yeah.
All right, the collar on his shirt. That's the only thing he turned down, the collar on his shirt.
Yeah.
Because he goes out there and he fights.
Yeah.
He fought Reeves.
Yeah.
He fought Parker.
Uh-huh.
He fought Chisora twice.
Yes, sir.
Then he fight Hellenius.
Yeah.
He fought Robert Hellenius, right?
Yeah, he fought Robert Hellenius, yeah.
And he lost to
the only person he lost to is Anthony Joshua. That's it, man. That's it.
Did he fight the boy that Joshua just knocked out?
Who that? Yeah, that was it. Andy Joshua and Povetkin. That's it.
He lost to Povetkin, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's the only guys he's ever lost to. That's right.
Dillian Whyte lost to Povetkin, right?
Yeah, that's it. He's only lost twice.
All right. But you see what I'm saying? You follow my pattern.
Yeah,
Dillian Whyte turned nothing down but his talent. He could easily avoided Povetkin.
Yeah.
And also he fought Robert Helenius, which was a tough fight.
Yeah, it was.
Robert Helenius is nothing to sneeze at. So I give Dillian Whyte a lot of credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
I give him a lot of credit for it because he don't turn down nothing. He can walk away from some of those fights. But he didn't walk away. He came out and said, "Okay, bring him in. We'll fight."
Yeah. So what do you think? He go to America. Who would you? He go to America. I was saying to Harold, I don't think he should take no easy fight. Dillian said he wanted easy. I think it's a mistake to do that because you might take your eye off the ball. Like, give an example. You came to America with Vladimir when Vladimir was fighting, obviously mainly in Europe, right? You brought Vladimir over, and his first fight was against Brian Jennings, and everyone and you could see, you knew exactly what it was supposed to be. It was a marketability for him when he come against Brian Jennings. He should have stopped Brian Jennings, but he let Brian Jennings kind of go the distance, and you was upset with it because I think he might have took his eye off the ball. What you think?
I was upset with it, and I told Vladimir I was upset with it.
Yeah,
I thought that Jonathan Banks telling Vladimir to just box and use your jab. No, Vladimir should have went out there and took over.
Mm-hmm.
Took over. Be the strong man. You the big powerful man. Cut this ring off and save this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? A fighter is only as big as he believes he is.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's the mindset of the trainer to tell him, look, Harold Knight told Dillian Whyte, go out there and take over.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw Dillian came out and jumped right off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And Dillian was sending him a psychological message that, hey, man, I didn't come here to play. I come here to knock you out.
Yeah, no, he didn't touch no gloves. He wasn't trying to touch the gloves. The Povetkin put his hand up. Then he was like, I ain't touching your gloves, man. No, I ain't touching your. We ain't no friends. I'm coming to knock you out. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So I think that Vitaly Klitschko,
mm-hmm.
Jonathan Banks made an error in their
judgment,
in their planning.
Yeah. In terms of getting the kid out
because
of there.
They told him, use your jab and box with it. But I'm saying, boxing for what? Get behind double jab and let the right hand go. I would have had him. Don't throw no hooks. Don't throw no right hands. Just get behind the double jab and let that right hand smash into his head.
But hold up. But what if he lost? But what if he lost though, man? What if you was in the corner and the AJ like Ruiz? That shit that might happen, man. You might go trying to knock him out. You might get knocked out in the process as well, man. That's what happened to AJ, right? He took his eye off the ball.
Look. That's a champion thing. When you're the big man, when you're the champion and you're the big man, you know what I'm saying? You get behind your jab and say, all right, whatever you take, if you take this head, then good, you deserve to win. Because I'm gonna bust your head wide open with this right hand.
But that ain't how you're supposed to maintain the money and maintain things. You can't have that. No, man, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use your assets and let him walk into your jab, and then that's what they were doing. No, sir. Well, you ever
seen Sonny Liston?
Yeah, I saw Sonny Liston. Yeah, I saw that.
You see what he did with Stephen Williams and Floyd Patterson? Did you see what he did?
Yeah, I saw he went over there.
He got behind a big jab.
Yeah.
And said, okay, come on. And he was walking in behind that jab.
I know he aggressive though. I know he aggressive and a bully. But Vladimir ain't like that, man. He's a you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Vladimir is susceptible to what the trainers ask of him. I've seen Emanuel do it a dozen times. Emanuel get in the corner and Emanuel said, listen, Vladimir, this don't look good. You need to step to this guy to get him out of there.
Well, that's what
Right.
but that's what thing Harold was on with Dillian. You know what I mean? I think Harold is I think Harold's more on your mindset in that respect. You know, I think he's
Look, the whole idea of a trainer is you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them. But when you got weak opposition, I thought that Jennings was weak opposition as opposed to Vladimir Klitschko.
Okay, but that's
I didn't think that Jennings was in the league of a Vladimir Klitschko. I think if Vladimir Klitschko got in there and started popping that jab, and cut that ring off, I think he'd have knocked Jennings out.
Mm.
But when he got out there pity slapping with him and slippy slapping with him, Jennings stopped sitting in the corner and said, you know what, maybe I do belong in here. Because Jennings wasn't that stable in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah. So
But as the rounds went on, he said, well, maybe I do belong here. Maybe let me get comfortable here.
Hey, so listen to this, right? So Dillian, that's why Dillian shouldn't take an easy fight. Or if he does, he needs to make sure that he stamps his authority and gets that guy out of there, whoever that is, right? But Dillian, make sure he knocks them out. That's what you're saying. He needs to be whoever they're gonna fight. Because Dillian said he wants a not such a hard opponent. So Dillian should be looking to stamp his authority and get whoever they are, get them out of there, right? In America, to make a statement in America, right?
He needs to come to America. He needs to fight in America because he doesn't fight here. Nobody knows who Dillian Whyte is in America.
He had one fight in America, but no, I don't remember that. He had one fight in America.
But don't nobody here know him. Don't nobody know Dillian Whyte from a campaign.
Yeah.
He needs to fight here. You know what I'm saying?
I think
Dillian Whyte needs to fight here.
I think the Dillian Whyte fight with Deontay Wilder, in terms of because it's cross Atlantic, will be huge, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because whoever wins that fight, they have to get a title. They have to fight the undisputed champion, which hopefully that will be wrapped up, right? What do you think?
I think it's a good fight.
I mean, rather than fight for a title, you know, Dillian arguably fighting for the undisputed titles. And let's talk about Dillian if he was to beat Wilder, which I think he would at this point. How you think he's going to fare against Fury or AJ in the way he's fighting?
I won't really be able to make that assessment until I see Dillian Whyte fight again, because I told you I didn't feel that good about. I think that he did some things. It could have been that he had been out for a while. But I didn't like the way he looked fighting for Povetkin.
Fair play. You know, you keep it consistent. I can't even lie. No, I agree with you. You kept it consistent. Like you're not impressed by Dillian's last performance. You know what I mean? But what? Go ahead.
Look. I thought that Dillian Whyte, and I know he's a better boxer than he did with Povetkin. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of pros and cons. He had been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So you had to be a little careful.
Yeah.
You know, so he didn't run into nothing again. I understand all of that. I get that loud and clear.
Yeah.
But him throwing overhand rights like that, I was like, man, what is he doing? Why is he throwing overhand rights?
Well,
with a guy that started it.
Well, you know what? When Harold was here, I forgot to. That would have been nice to ask him. I didn't really ask him that one. You know, that was a good question. That's a very good question. I didn't.
He threw overhand.
But that wasn't the whole fight though. Like I got you though.
He threw that overhand right a few times.
One of them landed though.
No, they didn't land.
Yeah, he did. One that did land.
Well, I gotta go back and look at the fight.
Yeah.
So, from where I was sitting there, I see him throw about 3 overhand rights and they all missed.
Yeah, one he did. I know the one you're talking about. One missed, yeah, but. The overhand. Yeah.
No. More than one miss. No, more than one miss.
Well, Dillian, listen.
One might have landed, but a lot of them missed. But why did you throw overhand right at the guy that's shorter than you?
Let me ask a question. Is it because other coaches in the corner you're being overly critical? Because when he had Mark Tibbs, you weren't so critical. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Would you say there's some sort of because the brothers in the corner that maybe you being a bit too critical. What you saying? What you have to say about that?
And I don't care who in the corner, black, white, blue, or yellow. That don't make no difference to me.
All right, fair enough.
If you're doing good, you're doing good. If you're doing bad, you're doing bad. You know.
So what? Hey, but he win the fight.
I'm not looking at the corner dynamics. No, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
But
He should have been throwing the overhand right. You know, I'm being a pundit now. I'm not being a boxing trainer. I'm being a pundit.
Right.
He was throwing the overhand right at a guy that already fights 2 inches shorter than what he is.
All right, I go sign for you. So you got Glasarenko, right?
Yeah.
Glasarenko's heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
So how about like Glasarenko at some point? Maybe I don't know how that sparring with Dillian. How you think? Helping Dillian get ready for his title fight, or the other way? You getting in contact and getting done.
Glasarenko is a beautiful guy. The belt of Glasarenko boxes whoever I asks him to box.
Yeah, of course. I'm not talking about fight now.
He hasn't. Wait a minute. He has never turned down any spar. If I say Vlad, we must box so Vlad. Come on, let's go. We boxed Joe Joyce. We boxed Bermain Stavern.
Mm-hmm.
We Michael Hunter. We boxed Lee Yoka. You know what I'm saying? We boxed Vladimir Klitschko. Vlad Sarenko has never, ever missed a sparring session that I aligned him for.
Mm-hmm.
He boxes Alexander Usyk. We've been in there with Usyk too. So Vlad Sarenko don't turn down no sparring.
Well, that's good, man. But hopefully that can happen.
I wish Billy would invite us to spar.
With that, I'm sure you and Harold talk, and maybe that can be a possibility because apparently he's coming to America. You know what I'm saying? Not like Eddie Murphy, but he coming to America for the second time, and maybe that's a possibility, right?
Yeah, the Vlad Sarenko was 64, 45.
And yeah,
he's 64. He's 6'4", 240 pounds, and I think that Vlad Sarenko would be a good sparring partner. So do
I. You know what I mean? So do I. I think it'd be good because you know what I mean. And you know when who's glad Dillian has undercards, so maybe if Glad can do well.
We might wind up sparring with Derek Chisora.
Oh yeah, because you got Buddy over there, right? You got Buddy. If you come over, let me know if you come over because Buddy's over here right now, isn't it?
Yes, I don't care where we go. I don't care who we got to spar with. In order for Vlad Sarenko to learn the do's and don'ts of boxing, you got to get in there and spar with the best fighters in the world.
Yeah, what'd you think about Derek Chisora with Buddy McGurk anyway?
Well, time will tell. Time will tell.
They going to get Joseph Parker. How you think Buddy can help him? I mean, it's how long does it take to bond with a fight with a trainer anyway? You know what I mean?
Different strokes for different folks. Some fighters adjust quick and others don't adjust it quick. But I give Derek Chisora a good chance to win that fight.
You do?
I know one thing. He needs to win that fight.
Oh, Derek, he does.
Yeah, he needs that. He needs that win.
I don't know if he can though, man. Joe Parker. I'm not sure if he can though. Not so easy, Joe. But
well, I think that Derek Chisora has what it takes. He's just got to put it all together in this fight here.
Well, if Buddy can get through to him, because Derek don't listen to no one. Hopefully, Derek can respect it enough to listen to him.
But he better because he needs his win.
Yeah, he does.
If he loses to Joe Parker, hey man, he might as well take his marbles and go home.
Yeah. You got another heavyweight fight coming up. Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola. You interested in that fight right there?
No.
What? Yo, the brothers ain't into that. I think it's all a Latino affair.
I'm not interested in the fight. I shoot 'em up, bang, bang, fight.
Yeah.
Whoever can take the most punches.
Okay. Yeah, that's
whoever can take the most punches and be standing at the end.
Dillian's talking about fighting in America, Trevor Bryant for the WBA championship. What do you think about that? For my man, BG London, thanks for that. That's a good matchup.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
Dillian should win the fight.
That's a good fight, right? Isn't it? I think that would be a good fight, isn't it, in America?
I think that Trevor Bryant and Dillian Whyte is a good fight, but I don't think that Trevor Bryant is quite on the same level as a Dillian Whyte.
He's a WBA champion right now as well.
I don't care who he is. The WB, boom. WBA, that's bullshit. You got the regular champion, the intermediate champion, and the super champion. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So I just don't think that I don't think Trevor Bryant is on the level of Dillian Whyte. Psychologically and achievement-wise, I don't think he's on the same level with Dillian Whyte.
Yeah. All right, let's switch it up real quick because I haven't talked to you for a while. Marvin Hagler has passed away. What's your take on the great one, on marvelous Marvin Hagler?
Well, the title, he wears the title well. He's a dynamic fighter. He didn't take no shorts. Never been stopped. Been in there with the best that they can offer, you know. Marvin Hagler, he deserves all the accolades that he gets. Never did nothing to embarrass the sport. Always been in there. Been in the tough guy. I think he would have had his hands full with Carlos Monzon.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been a good fight. But I think Monzon beat him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carlos Monzon might best Marvin Hagler, might outfight Marvin.
Hard to though. Not easy though, man. Marvin, you know what I'm saying? Not easy.
Yeah, but you ever seen Carlos Monzon?
Mm-hmm.
Well, go and look at some films of Carlos Monzon. Come back and holler at me. Monzon had some losses early, but I think Monzon went about 70 wins without no losses.
Mm-hmm.
He lost a couple of fights early, and then he ripped off about 3 fights before he lost again. No, he retired.
Mm-hmm.
So Carlos Monzon wasn't nothing to sneeze at. He was a tough fighter. Marvin Hagler was a tough fighter, but Carlos Monzon was just as tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you in there with Nino Benvenuti and those kind of guys, you got to be a tough, rugged guy. And Monzon did it twice.
Yeah.
You know? Carlos Monzon was a rough guy. He spent his whole career as a middleweight. Never jumped in the super middleweight, not like a day. He spent his whole career as a middleweight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Marvin Hagler, he deserves all of the accolades that he gets. You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, listen, the way I look at it like this, yeah, Hagler's mentality is what Dillian came into the ring with. He represent Hagler. He's wearing the robe, you know, representing Marvin Hagler. Why he was in where was it? The Rock in the Monte Carlo, wherever it was, right? They made a coin of him. They on a $2, they got Dillian's name printed on the money. You know what I mean? For represent him and Povetkin on the money. And I think that was great, man. You know what I mean? That's real good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like so Marvin Hagler was a legend and a classic, and you know what I mean? And I think the mentality Dillian carried that spirit into the ring to fight Povetkin.
Yeah, you know, like I said, he earned it. You know, he earned the win. He got a good win. If I was the brain set behind up there, I would go to Dillian and say, "Look, you need to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
You need to keep moving now. You don't want no grass growing on your feet. Go home, take a couple of weeks off, and get back in there."
What do you mean, grass growing on your feet? You mean get this sticking around? You call it grass growing on your feet?
Yeah,
right?
don't let the grass grow on your feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You move so the grass can grow. You don't want to suppress the grass, stand around.
Mm.
In 90 days, he should be back in that frame with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, he should be back in that ring with somebody in 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have him screwing around, you know, waiting around for this person to sign or that person to sign. I would have him back in the ring in 90 days. If we don't make a fight in the next 2 weeks, then I tell my handlers, get me a fight. You know, if we can't make one of the big fights with the next 2 weeks, I say, all right, give me somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Get me somebody up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes a difference in your machinery, your oil, your machinery oil. You want to be ready to go. When that opportunity comes, you want to be ready to rock.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst thing for a fighter that's in that zone is to be hanging around and not doing nothing. So he needs to get somebody in that ring within the next 90 days.
To keep his shape, keep the weight, keep busy. But he's at like 3 camps though for this Povetkin because he pull out because he's at like 3 camps. Dillian's at like 3 different camps for this Povetkin, you know.
Well, he needs to stay busy.
Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe I do, but I think how long they rest. Like they did think, you know, he never got hit. He was, you know, punch perfect in terms of not getting hit. How long you reckon?
Well, that's why I say take 10, 15 days off and get back in the gym.
15 days off?
Yeah, take 10, 15 days off because he has a long training camp.
Mm-hmm.
He's in training camp for about 5, 6 weeks.
All right. But you gonna take? But why you gonna train and you ain't got opponent now? You know what I mean? You ain't got opponent. Who you got? Like you
go back in the gym and say, get me an opponent in 90 days. I can fight.
Okay, I got you. But at this point, he pay-per-view, right? What you think? Trevor Bryan in America, that's the one, right? That if you're looking for an American opponent, that's the one, right?
But he's not ranked by the WBA, which I think is nonsense.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But you see, if you offer them enough money and pay-per-view, I think Dillian should be able to win. But you know, the Trevor Bryan, Dillian should be able to beat him though. Well, it's a shootout though, isn't it? But
I think that Dillian Whyte would beat Trevor Bryan.
But he don't need to. See, the thing is, he's in a situation where he doesn't need to fight Trevor Bryan. You know what I mean? I like the fight though. To be fair, I like it for the fans, but
it's for the WBA strap.
But Dillian,
fight him.
Yeah, but
Dillian
want
to get the strap in your side.
Dillian's got more to lose, man. All right, we don't get that one.
He's got a lot to lose, but it's for the world title though.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, what's this one, right? So if they that one though, the Wilder fight, either that one, so the Trevor Bryan or the Deontay Wilder fight, that's the one you like. Either them two opponents, right?
I would take the Trevor Bryan fight before the Deontay Wilder. When I go to Deontay Wilder, we'd be fighting from the WBA belt.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got my man BG London asking Mr. Bashir, what do you think of Oscar De La Hoya making a comeback in MMA? you know about that?
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of malarkey. I mean, but Oscar's been on, what, 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know, I mean, this is not my cup of tea. I don't get involved in that kind of stuff.
What about Evander Holyfield? Mike Tyson pulled at the Evander Holyfield negotiations. I was looking forward to that fight. That ain't happening no more.
I think that people are buying into that stuff based on what they used to be.
Yeah, of course.
They're too old. They're all too old fogies now.
hey, we like old fogies though. We sentimental right now. What's up? We like old.
It's funny now. It's funny that one of the jokers is laying up in the hospital in a coma.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then everybody gonna be saying, "Oh man, I hope they pull through, man. I hope they pull through."
You're right.
But when they were doing it, everybody said, "Man, they going to getting $100 million," but they didn't think about what happened to them.
Yeah, you're right. Roy Jones is still hurting right now. Mike Tyson busted up his hand. Mike Tyson hurt that kid, man. Mike Tyson busted Roy all over his body, man. He was sore all over.
And Mike was holding back on him. Mike didn't open up on him.
Yeah, he was holding back in him. He was. And his funny thing is, they gave Roy Jones the fire of the 90s. No, the fire of the 90s. And I'm thinking, boy, well, Mike Tyson was in the 90s, and so was Evander Holyfield and Parnell Whitaker. I think they probably should have got it. You know what I mean? So you see the sports critics, they're a bit biased. They biased and they just like the flash, but really the hard guy, Vander Holyfield, was fighting all the tough guys.
I think that Mike Tyson and Evander, I think a couple of these guys should just sit down and let these young guys do the thing, man. But I mean, everybody has a different perspective about what they could do and what they should have done when they were younger. All of us do the same thing.
Yes,
when I look at myself, at 20, I look at myself at 10, and I say, man, I should have been doing that then. But when I get 30, I look at myself at 20 and say, damn, I should have been doing that. Then when I get 40, I look at myself at 30, I say, oh, man, I can't believe I was doing that.
Mm.
Then when I get 50, I look back at myself at 50, and I say, that's nonsense. I shouldn't have been doing that. So 20/20 hindsight is always going to be right.
Mm.
So you tell him, he's saying things from your perspective as a 55-year-old guy. Now Holyfield and Mike want to do it again. I always thought Mike could beat Holyfield.
I did. That's what I thought. But that ain't the case.
But I think his greatest enemy when he was fighting Holyfield was his psychic, his mindset.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
That was his greatest enemy. Now they fight now. I still think Mike. I think Mike can beat him.
Mike don't, but Mike, yeah, you might think, but Mike doesn't think he could beat him. That's why Mike pulled out.
Well, I think that if they got down to it and they got in the ring to box, I think that Mike can beat Evander.
Yeah, I think Mike gets in the ring. Mike knows that he could beat certain people. But when he gets in Evander Holyfield, he's too mentally tough for him. And Mike Tyson, remember how Vanderbilt punished him when he was young. He didn't like it. Mike likes fighting guys that he know he can beat, bro. You know what I mean? Like Larry Holmes, they told me old.
I don't think, Mike Tyson is a student of boxing.
And he know he can't beat Evander Holyfield.
And Mike Tyson is his own worst critic.
Yeah, that's right.
Mike Tyson is his own worst critic. And Mike knows, he said, loss is one thing, He said, but a loss can't affect a strong fighter and a strong fighter's mind. He said, because a loss only means that you need to go back to the drawing board to correct yourself so you be better the next time.
Yeah.
I think that, man, I'm telling you, I think that in a fight that Mike Tyson can beat Holyfield. Now, of course, if he don't beat him this time, then I gotta just eat crow and say, hey, man, he can't beat him.
Yeah. I got a question for you from BG London. Thoughts on Mr. Bashir? Joshua Buatsi teaming up with Virgil Hunter. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Virgil Hunter did a good job with Andre Ward. But him and Andre Ward have been together since Andre Ward was a little kid. Unfortunately, Virgil hasn't had the same effect going forward with other fighters.
Amir Khan.
He didn't have that wasn't a good thing with him and Amir Khan.
Nah, it was. I know it was. I just brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think these guys. I think a lot of these guys they take on the fighters. They take on a teacher or a trainer because of the success that they have with one fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But what they gotta look at is what can you do for me?
Yes, sir.
Boxing is not like a fairy waving a magic wand over your career. You got to find people that's good for you. You can't just go about, because this guy has success with another fighter. You got to find a guy that's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So for Watson's over there, we got to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We got to see what's like I said. Virgil Hunter had an extensive history with Andre Ward, but he hasn't had the same success with any other fighter.
No, he hasn't. You're right. I
looked at all of the fighters that he's been with. I I just haven't seen that kind of success for other fighters.
Yeah. My man BG London asks, Shannon Briggs versus Mike Tyson. I doubt that fight happened. They're good friends. What do you think?
No, but Shannon is one thing about Shannon Briggs, you can't, Shannon Briggs is a dangerous puncher. If Shannon Briggs lands for anybody, he can hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can hurt you with the left hand or he hurt you with the right hand. He's a hard puncher. He's one of the hardest punchers out to work with. The guy can punch, I think Mike Tyson is too little enough for the guy Shannon Briggs.
Yeah.
Mike is a little too. And Shannon is smart. Shannon would get in the ring and he would try to box with Mike Tyson, keep Mike outside, and when he got close, Shannon would tie him up.
Yeah.
Shannon is pretty tough himself. He's pretty tough. He can take it.
I agree. So, let's go back to Dillian Whyte. That's what we were really here for. So, in your opinion, so Povetkin pack it up, he should retire?
Yes. I would never go in the corner with Povetkin again. I would tell him to pack it up and go home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I like the guy. I like the person. I like the man. I spent time with Povetkin, and he's a super nice guy. And I don't want to see none of these guys get hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no boxer get hurt.
Yeah, there's no reason to fight.
That's not the step of my wish. I don't want to see no boxer get hurt. But when you see a guy that don't have it no more, you got somebody got to go say, hey, man, you don't have it no more. Get out.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. There's nothing else to prove, man. It's a dangerous game, man. It's a young man's game, right? Heavyweight division is painful, man.
I think it's not necessarily a young man's game. It's a fit man's game.
A fit man's game, yeah?
Yes, it's a fit man's game.
Well,
if you fit, you can go out and do it.
Well, you could be fit, but you might not have a good chin, man. I see some prospect get knocked out on the weekend.
Well, when I say fit, I mean when a guy don't have a good chin, then a guy's got to learn how to be protective of his chin. Roger Mayweather didn't have a good chin.
Mm-hmm.
But Roger Mayweather had an equalizer in that right hand that said, all right, you come here and try to get my chin, but be careful you don't run into his right hand.
or the left hook. Yeah, you're right.
And Mayweather and Roger was a defensive guy. He had a little defense.
Yeah,
he got caught every now and then.
He had some good skills.
And he got hurt.
Yeah, he had some good
skills. Most of the time when you catch Mayweather, you got him out of it. But look at all the people he knocked out in the process trying to knock his chin.
Yeah, he knocked out a lot of people trying to roll up on him, boy. Yeah. Now you sound much clearer now, man. I was like, wherever you was on, your feet must have been on a loudspeaker before. You sound clear now. Damn, he's a much clearer. Yo, so Dillian moving forward, American debut. So Mr. Bashir, what's gonna say again on the world? Well, I think I missed out something else. We might have missed out because I haven't talked to you for such a long time, man. What you been up to, man? What you been up to? What you been doing, Glasharenko? What you been busy?
I just came back. Last spring, I just had a fight over in Ukraine 2 weeks ago.
All right.
I just came back here a day before yesterday.
How you do? Like, obviously, he won decision, points, knockout. What you want?
Yeah, he wanted a decision.
You want him to? Are you looking for him to knock him out, or you just like him boxing? Cause I know you don't like your guys getting hit. You did it with Usyk. What was your mindset in that? Do you want him to just box, or you want him to go for the knockout, or you want him to see what happens? Because
the last two guys, I felt that Glasharenko should have knocked him out.
Okay.
I'm not in there taking the punches. I'm not giving the punches, but I felt if you want to carve a path out in the heavyweight division, that you got to knock people out. And those last two guys you fought, those guys, they weren't household names. You should have knocked those guys out. That's what I told Glasser. You should have knocked them out. He said, yeah, but I tried and this and that, this and that. Yeah, but trying is not good enough. You got to go out there and make up your mind that I got to gamble. I got to roll the dice.
Nah, man.
I can't go out here and be careful all the time. I got to get in a fight.
But these guys are scared to lose, man. They don't want to lose nothing these days, Mr. Bashir. They don't care.
And that's stuff hard to impress upon them.
But you see,
this is what I try to impress on.
They ain't from the 80s though. The 80s was about excitement.
Yeah, but boxers nowadays try to stay safe.
Yeah, that's what they all need.
They try to keep their records perfect.
Yeah, because that will keeps the money going.
But if you look back to the old era of boxing, many times when the boxer came to the dance, he came with 4 or 5 losses.
There's more money in it. There's more money in it being undefeated, bro. Like that's how it is. If you stay undefeated and your money good, that's what people look on. They look on. You ain't got no O. You keep your O. You keep the money going. Look at Mayweather, man. Like that's what it's built on, Mr. Bashir. Guys are trying to be safe, but then see the thing is what I know what you're pressing them on. This is the fans. The fans. You know the fans love the knockout. That's what they remember you by. That's why people. You could be boxing 100 fights, but no one's gonna remember you. Yeah, they remember when you go in there, you took chances to knock someone out, right?
Look, Vlashenko's not the Cinderella man. Your forte is punching. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Your forte is punching. Go out there and punch. You ain't no Cinderella man. You ain't no hopscotcher. You go out there and fight. Put your dukes up and go out there and fight. All right? My first trainer, Frank Shirley, he told me, he said, if you got a slugger and a boxer fighting, and that boxer ain't Ray Robinson or Muhammad Ali, I'm putting my money on the slugger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said, if you got a slugger and a boxer fighting, and the boxer ain't Muhammad Ali or Ray Robinson, put your money on the slugger. Because some point in that fight, that slugger gonna catch the boxer, and when we do, lights out.
Man ain't coming. These guys ain't coming with them old Wild Wild West gun and the sling coming like Burt Cooper. They ain't coming like that, man. They want to just box and keep it steady and keep it safe.
Yeah, I know.
But you see, I think you could say like see with your Glasharenko, like listen, man, look, exciting. Be a bit more exciting. You know what I mean? Because you see what it is. When he's in there, and this is what I find with a lot of boxers, is the mentality of how they go. You have to get a guy from young and impress upon him. Don't worry about losing. And it went like Mike Tyson didn't care about losing, or when he cared about was it exciting? Did the fans like it? That's where really at. Like what you boxing to be safe? Or you boxing? Who you boxing for? You know what I mean? I think boxers, they don't box for the fans no more. They boxing for their own self to get paid and to look good in the mirror and say I'm a boxer. But they ain't really about the fans, man. And it's gonna,
You know what I do? I ask the fighters. I always ask them. I say, "Are you scared?"
Yeah.
They say, "Huh?" I say, "Are you scared?"
Yeah.
And most of them say, "Yeah, I get a little scared, you know."
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them, and know what I tell them? I say, "I'm scared too, but we still got to go out there and do the work."
Yeah.
we still got to do the work. I'm scared too. Let's go out there and do the work, though.
Yeah.
You know that? It's a reality. You know, and people that go in the ring, and the people that go in the ring and say that they're scared of something, they're crazy.
It's a dangerous business, man.
Yeah, they have mental problems. They said, you know, you can't be brave without being scared.
Yes, sir.
If you want to be brave, you have to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So anybody say that they ain't scared when they go in the ring, they keep on saying this dude is crazy. But I've seen a lot of guys go in the ring and say, I'm not afraid. And then after 3 rounds, they say, I am afraid. Shit, this guy is in my head. You understand? So if you can be one way in the first round, but 2-3 rounds later, your whole perspective says, hey, I'm a little afraid now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's in my head, it's in my belly. So yeah, I'm a little afraid now. I'll change that up, you know.
Well, I think if you spar people like Dillian and them kind of aggressive natured guys, I think that might help him, because I think that'll get the fear out of him. I think he more aggressive, savage sparring against Bavish the Savage and against Dillian, and I think that would probably. I
told you, man, that we have spawned everybody, and Dillian Whyte would be just another step in the page.
But that'd be good for him. maybe that will help with his confidence about.
I'll be glad to go forward Dillian way. And I'm sure Rico would.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Because I think you had it with Usyk, right? And they were talking about Usyk was the big Lomachenko. This is when you had him, right? Then after that, now he became flat-footed slugger, and now his stock's gone down in terms of his value. They're like, yo, he ain't the same no more. He ain't the same when he was at cruiserweight. Like that's what they talk about. Usyk no more. He's still up there as what he did in the cruiserweights, but that was mainly because of you. You know what I mean? That was mainly your body of work, and then after that, it's gone down and down and down and down where he is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
I did the best that I could. I did the best that I could with Usyk.
Mm-hmm.
I parted wisdom with him. I studied pace with him. And I gave him the best knowledge that I could to coincide with his style. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you can't, boxing is like, it's not like a one-size-fits-all. I look at a boxer, couple of days, couple of weeks, and then I say, this is how you need to box. This is what you need to add your arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you need to take away from your arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't throw uppercuts. You shouldn't throw hooks. You know what I'm saying? You should throw, because you get in trouble when certain fighters get in trouble with it. So I said, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Stay with the fear. Try to see it better. So I tried to introduce a style, a comfort zone for them to work in. I constantly got to tell Vlad Sarenko different things over and over and over and over again to get him to get used to doing these things. I think that they are essential for him to do, And I pulled him aside and I said, listen, remember what I told you, keep the fear, and it's going to help you,
Mm-hmm.
And now he's gotten to the point where he comes to tell me, yeah, I see what you're saying now. I said, just keep doing that. It's going to aid you. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have him try to box the same way that Usyk does, because Usyk has this nimble body.
Yeah, he does.
Very nimble, very nimble and elastic, a lot of elastic moves and stuff. Every fight is different, and that's why I say that boxing is not a one-size-fits-all. Because one guy does it, doesn't mean that the next guy is going to be able to do it.
That's right. Well, hey, let me ask you a question. So, I'm looking on Dillian. So I don't mean this go with why you say it. So, what would you improve on Dillian to make him where you feel like, this he's all right? What would you say? Because Harold was mentioning his footwork is a bit better. He was using.
Well, I could see some things that could be upgraded on Dillian. I could see some things that could be upgraded on him. But I'm like the old pimps. He said the game is to be sold and not told.
Oh, you on that again? Listen, when you be giving your wisdom, I'll be taking it up. But what do you think? There's anything you liked? Anything you saw that you liked? Anything?
I think Dillian got a good jab that he doesn't use enough.
Yeah, that's what Harold was saying.
I think that he can break walls with his jab, but you got to be disciplined enough to use that jab. See, Larry Holmes knew and understood that his jab was the best front. His jab was a meal ticket, and he invested in that jab. Larry Holmes invested. Larry Holmes will knock your head off with his jab.
Well, the thing is, you see, when Larry Holmes done his jab, something I noticed, so he'll throw a jab and a double jab. He might throw the right hand, then he'll throw the jab again. And I think that usually catch a lot of people off. So, because most people throw the right hand, they throw something else. But with Larry will throw a double jab or a jab, throw the right hand and throw a jab, and he'll be back on the jab again. It'll be consistent. It'll be a consistent theme, which I don't think a lot of fighters do these days. They throw a jab and they'll do a hook off it. They'll throw a jab or throw a right hand, or they throw an uppercut, whatever. But they won't throw a double jab, right hand.
There are many people, including myself, that say that the jab is the most important punch in boxing.
Yeah, it is, but but I think people don't understand about being consistent with it, not just the one arm jab. This constantly, you might put something behind it, but you go straight back to it again to keep your distance. And I think that's what Dillian did. he kept his distance when he wanted to with Povetkin at that point. I understand, like, you know, when you looked at it, it was a balancing, but I think that was more to do with Dillian trying to get back a man who caused them all that trouble, knocking him out. I think that was it. So you might see in his next performance, you might be surprised, pleasantly surprised on his next performance, though. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to watch Dillian's next performance because, like I said, it could be a lot of mitigating factors after why he didn't do certain things in this Povetkin fight. One of the things is that he had been knocked out by Povetkin with a vicious punch that he did not see.
Yeah, you go. That's what I'm saying. That's why he came out the way he came out. He was like, "Yo, I hear what my trainer's saying. I'm going for him. I don't care. I'm getting for him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him for." And he wanted to knock him out. And he said he wanted to knock him out. He was going for a knockout in the first round. That's why it looked scatty like that, you know. But I liked it, bro. I like the way he you know, because, you know, he wasn't a guy who's been knocked out. Most people apprehensive, you know, because look at this, right? Joshua went against Ruiz, then he got knocked down, and he got stopped on his feet. So when Joshua went against Ruiz the second time, he was on the back foot completely. But Dillian, no. Dillian rolled up. He embraced the danger. So now I'm gonna get him. You know, that was a different in the attitudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what that's what made it exciting for me. But you know,
different, like I said, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah,
I mean, Floyd Patterson got knocked out by Sonny Liston twice in the first round.
Yeah, he did.
But Cleveland Williams said, "Look, you didn't do this to me twice, even though Sonny did it to him twice." But Cleveland Williams came out with the attitude that you ain't gonna do this to me twice.
Mm-hmm. But Floyd Patterson beat Ingemar Johansson, who knocked him out, right? Knocked him out like 5 times before he finally finished him off, and then he got him back. Right. And then Joe Louis got knocked out by Max Schmeling when he wasn't a champion. When he was a champion, he went in and knocked Max Schmeling out. You know, you know, they went back, so they revenged their level.
So what that tells me is that you can't rest on your laurels.
Oh yeah, you can't grow no grass in your feet.
You can't rest on your laurels. You got to be just as sharp in the second and third fight. You got to be just as sharp, just as alert, because the other opponent that you beat, you're looking to get back. You know, he's competitive. He has a competitive spirit that says, "I don't like losing. I want to get back." Yeah.
Well, Michael Hunter's calling out Dillian Whyte for my man BJ London. What do you think about Michael Hunter, who gave Povetkin he gave Povetkin hell? How you think Michael Hunter would fare against Dillian Whyte? What do you think about that?
I think Michael Hunter is the sleeper of the heavyweight division.
Man, I don't think so, man. I
think Michael Hunter is the sleeper of the heavyweight division.
Usyk already
beat. Again, you know what it is? A lot of times, I think Michael Hunter's worst enemy is distractions, lack of interest.
Mm-hmm.
But if Michael Hunter is focused and inside the gym doing the right thing, applying himself right in the gym, he'll whoop everybody else in the heavyweight division.
You think so?
Yep.
I don't think so.
I think Michael Hunter beats all of them.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think he's too light. I think he's faster than that, but I think he
Look, let me tell you something. It's not that he's too light. Mm-mm.
He's light. I think when he gets hit, he ain't gonna like it.
Usyk, Michael Hunter is they're gonna be light guys. I think the biggest thing that I think Michael Hunter was 225 in his last fight against Povetkin.
All right.
That was a bad mistake putting that weight on him. Mm-hmm. He should go down and stay at 217, 218. That's 218 is as high as Michael Hunter should get. If I would get him in the gym and work and bring him in at 215, 216.
Ain't gonna help
you.
Ain't gonna help his
even though he's in there with these big guys, I think it would help for him to not try to be something that he's not. He's not a big heavyweight.
No, he ain't.
But the thing that allows him to live in the land of the giants, Alexander Usyk and Michael Hunter, the thing that allows them to live in the land of the giants is that they slick boxing style. So stay with the boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the name of the game, the forte is boxing. Not punching, not strength, not weightlifting, not power. It's boxing. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
All right, you seen what Michael Hunter can do to these big guys. You seen him.
What's he done? Tell me what's he done.
You ever seen what he can do to him?
I haven't seen it. I see when the distance with Povetkin when he if he knocked out Povetkin like he
Yeah, that's Povetkin. But look at the guy before Povetkin.
Who's the guy? What's his name?
I'm talking about, I mean, they was big guys.
What's his name?
The Russian kid, what's his name? Ustinov.
What's
the kid from England?
He from England, huh? Dave Allen?
No.
Who that?
He's a big black guy from England. Undefeated.
Oh, Joe, is it Joe Joyce or Daniel Dubois? He ain't faced none of them.
No. Look at the goals put down the record. You send me up the desk. That's the record.
I'm good at right now. I'm looking at right now because I'm like, he ain't beat no one, dog. He ain't beat no one like this. He ain't done nothing. Like he ain't done. I'm pulling that right now. All right, let me see Michael Hunter. All right, there you go. Sure, he beat some guy. Shawnee thing. He just beat by 4 rounds. I don't know who that is. In England, he ain't beat no. Oh, Martin Piccoli. That guy 10 rounds. That was whack, man. Martin Piccoli you're talking about. Martin Piccoli you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But who's he though? I don't know who he is. What's he done? I don't know what's he done. What's Martin Piccoli done?
I'm saying that right, Michael Hunter's scheduled right now to fight Igovic.
I don't know who that.
Igovic.
I ain't never heard of these dudes here. Who is he?
Igovic.
I don't know.
He's one of the top fighters in the world right now in the heavyweight division. What are you talking about? You don't know who he is.
I know. Listen, them dudes there. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna go down.
Look, they're big, strong guys. Igovic.
Hergovich. Philip Hergovich. Yeah. Okay.
Him and Michael Hunter scheduled to fight right now.
Yeah. You know what? I think you could beat him. I think you beat Philip Hergovich.
But it's not no easy fight. That's not no easy fight.
No, because Hergovich is a bit slower, but like think of boxing. But I say he beat.
No, he's not. Hergovich is not an easy fight. No, he's not an easy fight.
Nah, but he's slow though. He's a bit slower than Hunter. Hunter's faster, right? Philip Hergovich.
But he's still a big, strong guy. I'm telling you, Michael Hunter. I'm telling you something. Michael Hunter want to fight. He gonna whoop all these guys' ass.
So you picking Hunter.
I don't care about how big a guy is. Can they box?
You picking Hergovich to beat?
Can they box?
Who you picking? You picking Michael Hunter to beat Hergovich?
Yeah.
Well, how you picking it? Why?
No doubt.
By what? What are you picking? He's ranked number 8 in the world, Michael Hunter. Hergovich is ranked number 22. What are you saying? Rank like how are you going?
Boxing skills, man. Boxing skills.
But now you ain't going. This is heavyweight boxing, man. They don't care about no boxing. You're gonna have to stand with a man eventually.
Look, boxing skills. That's what I'm investing in.
Man, you can't
with Michael Hunter. I'm investing in boxing skills.
Man, ain't no listen. That boxing skill gonna get your chin run down. You can't run for the fight. You're gonna have to stand.
Okay, all right. Listen. We gonna bump heads about it.
No, I agree with you. No, I'm not.
Wait till they get in the ring.
Yeah.
And when you see their ass whooping come down, say, damn.
Mr.
That
Bashir
kid was right.
All right,
he was right.
But you know, listen.
Michael Hunter wears those big guys down and methodically whoops their ass. You understand? He takes the fight out of them.
Listen to this.
Because the game, I don't care how big or strong you are, the game ain't the same. When you getting hit and you ain't doing no hitting, the game changes.
Listen to this, right? I think his best approach, right, is to jump on Philip Hergovich like he did the thing and start early fast. That's what I feel. To knock the confidence out of the kid. I don't think you go in there and you start being on your back foot just boxing. I don't think so. I think you jump on him and you get respect in the first round and then let him chase you after that. But I don't think you go in there and just putting your feet down. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you ain't gonna get the decision. He's the favorite. He's the Silent brothers. They ain't gonna give you no decision. So if you go decision, what you saying, he losing the fight. So what we doing here? He gonna have to go knock the kid out though, Mr. Bashir. That's how we gonna win. You ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna win on the cards because he beat Usyk. He beat Povetkin, in my opinion, right? That's in my opinion, but they wouldn't give it to him. You have to do what Dillian do and knock him out. That's why I feel he can't win the fight, man.
I like Michael Hunter. I think Michael Hunter should be right there in the top 5.
Yeah, well, he's ranked high. Yeah, he's ranked high. He's ranked high. I agree with you. I think he can do what you're telling, but I think eventually.
No, he's a slick boxer, bro.
Number 8. He's ranked number 8 in the world, right? On BoxRec, he ranked number 8, right? Yeah, he's all right. But he can beat. Listen, this Horvich is slow like a mummy. He's like Vitali. He's like Vitali, right? Vitali looks that he's signed with Vitali. Vitali manages him, innit? Yeah, Philip Horvich, Vitali manages him, bro.
Vitali Klitschko?
Yeah, that's his boy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. When he first came in, Vitali's part of the management group. I think he is. He was last time he was. He like that's who he looked up to. That he was the next Vitali Klitschko.
Look, man. Keep your eye on Alexander Usyk and Michael Hunter.
Well,
those are the guys.
Well, Joe Joyce.
I'm telling you, they're gonna beat these big guys. They're gonna beat them.
Well, they got boxing skills, but I don't know about their power though. That's what we're talking about, right? They're smooth.
It doesn't matter. The accumulation effect. When somebody whooping your ass and you ain't doing no whooping, it changes your mind. Somebody whooping your ass and look, this little guy floating around with a little bumblebee. He hit me, but I ain't hitting him. I don't want to play no more. This game's not fun. I'm getting hit and I ain't doing no hit. This game is not no fun.
Man, you're right. Heavyweight boxing, the only game you could be outboxing someone, and next last round you get taken out. That's the heavyweight boxing. You know how heavyweight boxing is like that. I've seen it happen 100 times. Yeah. I'm trying to pull up.
I've seen it happen 100 times.
Yeah.
But guys having it this way, they get knocked out the last round.
Well, heavyweight boxing happens regularly, bro. Like this is what I'm saying. Like if your strategy is into this outbox someone, that falls into most guys. All they go do is to keep cutting the ring off and stalking. We're going to see in that fight. It's a good fight. Well, I was gonna pull up another fight here. Like, no, you ain't interested in that. Okay, let's do that one. Let's do this one. Billy Joe Saunders versus.
I saw a great fight.
Go ahead.
Between Carl the Truth Williams and Larry Holmes.
Oh, yeah, is that a good fight?
And I revisited that fight.
Yeah.
One night while I was in Ukraine,
mm-hmm.
Late at night I couldn't sleep, so I said, let me look at this.
Yeah.
And I played the fight back between Larry Holmes and Carl Williams.
Yeah.
Carl Williams won that fight. I thought Carl Williams won the fight.
But he didn't get decision.
He didn't get the decision, but I looked at the fight again. And then when you get a chance, sit down and look at that fight. I thought Carl Williams won the fight.
But they ain't gonna give it to him over Larry Holmes. That's what I'm saying to you, man.
And then Tim Witherspoon had a controversial decision with Larry Holmes.
Oh yeah, I know that. He looked like he won the fight, but that's what you ain't gonna beat Larry
But
Holmes.
I thought that Carl Williams definitely won the fight. I think he did enough to win the decision.
But this is what I'm saying to you, Mr. Bashir. That's what I'm saying to you. You need to use your hands like Hagler, my right and my left, and I need to put these guys in the ground. That's what I'm saying to you. This is what it comes down to.
That's what boxing is. For me, that's what boxing is.
Yeah, you need. That's what.
Well, there was the right and the left. Don't let them be the judges.
Yeah.
I'm going out here with my right and my left, and we're gonna find out who the best is.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because even though you outboxing them, at some point you need to turn it up and put them on their back, man. But listen to this. So who you got? Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo Alvarez. That's the bull in the matador right there. What do you think?
I got Canelo Alvarez.
Why he flat-footed? I got Billy Joe Saunders. That's the boxer.
Yeah, I know Billy Joe's gonna give him a toss for his money, but I got Canelo Alvarez.
What?
I think Canelo Alvarez is gonna jump in Billy's chest. I think Billy gonna have some early success, and maybe win 4 or 5 of those early rounds. But I think overall that Canelo Alvarez gonna wear him down and possibly stop him late 10, 11 rounds.
Man, I think he's too flat-footed, but we have to disagree on that one. You know about Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. What do you think about that fight?
Josh should win that fight.
Why is that?
Josh seems to be a pretty solid fighter. I think I think Josh Taylor is underestimated.
He ain't with Thingy no more. He ain't with the McGuigans no more. He's with an experience. No, he's with Ben Davis, and he's an inexperienced. You see when Tyson Fury looked against Otto Wallerman and Sefer Fury, that was Ben Davis in the corner, man. That's why he he just had Tyson Fury fighting scared. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want to make him lose. Now, but Josh Taylor has got Ben Davis in the corner, and I'm like, yo, bro. And like, Jose Ramirez with the Garcias. So I don't know, man. Them dudes just hunting and destroy. So I got Ramirez right there. You got Josh Taylor, so we have to find out on that one.
Yeah, I think that Josh Taylor is gonna do enough to win that fight.
Okay. Hey, have you reached out to you haven't reached out to the young fighter Daniel Dubois for sparring or Daniel Dubois? Because I remember when he lost, I think you'd be perfect for that young man, Daniel Dubois.
Look, look, Lazarenko's with me. I'm with him, and everybody has my number. If they don't, they got your number. You know how to contact.
you know that.
We want the work, man. We want the work. I can't. The only thing I can't see a downside in that situation.
Yeah.
We want to work.
No doubt.
I can't see any downside in that situation.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, Mr. Bashir, man, it's always a pleasure talking to you. I haven't talked for a while, man. But how's things since things got better? Are you back? Are you back to where you were before? Tell us about.
I'm back, man. I'm back. I ain't got no teeth yet, but I'm back.
Are you gonna can they put false teeth in, or what are you gonna do? You just gonna leave that as it is, or you just gonna roll out how it is?
I mean, what about my image, man? I gotta put some teeth in here.
Hey, hey, listen.
But I feel good. And I count myself lucky because this guy hit me from behind with something metal. I don't know what it was, but it was something metal. Yeah, he could have did more damage than what he did. But I feel strong. I feel like I'm all the way back.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm doing my exercise and stuff. I feel strong as a bull.
Yeah.
And I'm a couple of shakes from being 70 years old. So I feel good. I feel strong. I feel powerful. I feel like I can do it.
Yeah. You sound back. You sound back to your. It took a while, but it took a while out of commission. But you sound like you're back to your healthy self. I'm happy.
Yeah, I feel. Listen, man. I've been to Russia, Ukraine, Croatia.
Oh, that's good.
I've done this thing. Yeah, I've been around, and I've been back now for about 4 or 5 months. I feel strong, man. I'm ready to work.
Man, that's a great thing, man. Have you talked to her?
Yeah, it's a great thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah, you haven't talked.
I can't get caught. My emotions, man. Sometimes my emotions get the best of me, but I can't let it get the best of me where I get myself in some trouble.
Yeah.
Because I would like to go and put my foot in that guy's ass. I like to go there and put it. But I can't do that there because I know there are people watching me. There are people hoping that I go and do it there, so they'll burn me.
Yeah,
in America, if I do something to that guy, they'll bury me. They will bury me.
Yeah.
You won't hear from me. You probably won't hear from me no more in life.
You'll be locked up, and it ain't worth it because you got so much.
They'll put me in jail. They'll put me in prison here, and they'll throw away the key if I do anything to that guy. I would like to fuck that guy up.
Hey, listen. I agree with you.
I'm angry. I'm so emotional about it. I would like to fuck that guy up. You know what I'm saying? I would like to face him, and he's a young man, but I would like to face that faggot mother. Boy, let me tell you something. I would like to fuck that guy up for what he did, because he didn't have enough manhood in him to confront me face to face.
Nah, that's what they do. Youngsters these days, they ain't like that.
Face to face.
Nah, they ain't.
At least give me a chance to defend myself. And if you whip my ass, then all well and good. I'm from the old neighborhood, man. When you get your ass whooped, honestly.
Hey, have you talked to Havana? You talked to Ivana? Have you ever contact with her?
No, I'm not supposed to be Ivana. I've been supposed to be Ivana in a long time,
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. You gonna take another woman fighter on, or you done with the women fighting? Because they gave.
No, I would work with another said, I have plenty to offer. I have plenty to offer to any fighter that I work with. I have plenty to offer. If they but listen. They got to be having a tentative ear, and they got to listen.
Let me ask you a question, because you know, like you said, you're 70. Have you got an apprentice?
Huh?
Have you got an apprentice?
An apprentice?
Yeah.
No, because I can't find nobody that will listen.
Well, I'm listening to you. What you talking about?
No. You know, you're one of the guys.
I listen to you all the time.
Ingram listens, you know?
Sometimes.
You guys, because you guys are students of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You guys embrace the game. Here in America, you got a bunch of wise guys. Everybody's a wise guy. Everybody's a smart guy. I sit back and I watch them make mistakes. I watch them walk in shit, and then they get out shit and walk into more shit. Mm-hmm. I don't tell them, hey, go watch out, some shit over there. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. I tell them because they know. So that's why I said a minute ago, the game is to be sold and not told. I don't do too much talking on shows like this here, because then I'm giving away my jewels that took me years to learn and learn.
Yeah, I know, but you be sprinkling some. You be sprinkling me something. You sprinkle some sometimes.
Off the air, we can discuss a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I can teach anyone. It can be male or female. I can teach, and that's my interest in this life, is to teach.
Yeah.
I love to teach, you know, because I feel like I got something to explain. Like Vlasarenko said to me up there, he said, "Damn, what would make you do this here? What would make you tell me to do this?" And then when I explained it to him, he said, "Oh, I see now." Because I'm looking at different things in a boxing ring that other trainers just overlooked and probably will overlook all their lives. But I've worked with so many of the old school trainers.
Mm-hmm.
Guys that's gone now. Guys that's gone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I remember many, many years ago, and I was a young guy, and I was with a bunch of other guys. And we were in Muhammad Ali's training camp. And we were messing with Angelo Dundee. Mm-hmm. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And we would ring Angelo Dundee's phone. Ring, ring, ring. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. He said, it's Angie. He said, oh, Angie here. And we'd be on the other end and we say, he said, "You fucking cocksucker! You fucking cocksucker! Oh, don't call us damn room no more! Don't call my room no more! And he would hang the phone up, and then we would wait 2 days, 3 days, and we'd call the phone. He said, he would always forget. He said, he said, Angelo Dundee here. He said, who is this? Who is this? You know what? I'm gonna put my foot in your ass. Okay, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm done. I'm done playing around. He would get so hot, and the next day he would come out looking at everybody. He'd just be walking around the camp looking at everybody. Oh my God! Oh man, we had some fun.
Yo, you telling me who it was? Or you never told him, right? You never told him.
No, because he was like, man, and he would be beat red when he come out the next morning. You know, he just be looking at. He never found out who it was because he was still out the camp.
Yeah.
You know, because I was there. I would come into the camp with Saad Muhammad. Mm-hmm. I was part of Saad Muhammad's camp. You know.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
The Philadelphia
It was Saad Muhammad. It was Saad Muhammad. Eddie Mustafa. It was Larry Holmes. It was Michael Dokes. It was Tim Witherspoon.
Good. That's a camp, man. That's a camp.
You know, it was a lively. It had to be 80 people there.
Hey, you was around Benny Briscoe.
I don't think Briscoe came into the camp though.
No, but you see Benny Briscoe, he was from that Philadelphia.
Oh yeah. I was there with Marvin Hagler and Briscoe for.
You see Benny Briscoe? Oh, you was there?
I was there.
See Benny Briscoe, yeah. When Matthew, what's his name again? The one who fought Evander Holyfield. What's his name again? Khalid. When Khalid fought him, right? Khalid came out of prison. He sparred Benny Briscoe. Benny Briscoe was the one who showed him that kind of like double cover, the defense. When he sparred him, because he learned that from Benny Briscoe when he was sparring him. He said when I sparred Benny Briscoe, he said that was some stuff he learned.
He was a beautiful fighter. He was a beautiful fighter. Very, very defensive.
Benny was
very offensive. We was only about 5'8". If that, he was 5'8".
Yeah.
He was a short guy.
Yeah, I know. Dangerous. Benny Briscoe, I think Benny Briscoe and them guys, some of them, Michael Cyclone Hart and them guys, Boogaloo Watts, if they were fighting now, they'd be world champions, man. They would have been world champions, you know. It was a different era.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what? You did put me onto Harold Brazier, man, because I mean, you write about Harold Brazier, man. He had over 100 fights. He used to get up. Yeah, I mean, Harold Brazier was there. You knew he was fight. There's another guy who reminded me of Harold Brazier. He don't fight like Harold Brazier,
man. Harold Brazier was a special guy to me. Very special.
Yeah. There's another guy to remind me of Harold Brazier. Like, he ain't like Harold Brazier. His name is Brandon Adams, right? He's one guy. He's always a bit short when it comes to things, but he knocked that undefeated prospect recently, a guy with 18 fights and 18 KOs. I knew he was going to do it because he always falls a bit short against the cream of the crop, but he's always there. Like, if you ain't about that, you ain't good enough. He beat you. I say anyone else, Brandon Adams, not that he knocks some kid. But Harold Brazier, you know, he fought Partner Whitaker and he fought all them like guys. It was good, man. I was one of the guys that you told me about that I really enjoyed watching Harold Brazier. For those listening, Harold Brazier was good, man. It was good. He's still alive. I swear he's still alive. I didn't interview.
Yeah. Harold Brazier is still alive, man. I got big respect for guys like Harold Brazier. If you call Harold Brazier on Monday and the fight be Saturday, Harold Brazier drive from his hometown to the place where he got to fight at.
Yeah, turn up.
18 hours, drive there and kick somebody's ass.
Hey, I agree. Where did boxing the mentality change where we need to stay undefeated? Because in the 90s, it was all about trying to be great, trying to be undisputed. In the 80s, it was all about trying to put in exciting fights for the TV fans. In the 70s,
I don't tell a boxer, go out there and try to lose, or go out there and throw caution into the wind and walk into something and lose. But I'm saying, listen, you can't be overly concerned about losing. You got to be more concerned about being educated, learning from your mistakes, learning from your setbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that there, you come out and you be more successful. You can't just go out there and say, I don't want to lose, or I don't want to be, I want to be undefeated. No. You got to be out there and invest yourself in learning.
Mm.
I made a mistake that time, but I'll get better as I go. I'll get better. I'll be better the next time out,
Yeah. Well, all right, Mr. Bashir, man. I'm going to call it a day. But you know what? But there's so much things that happen. I'm surprised that I should have more to talk to you about. But we know how we are. We're going to keep in touch. You always hit me up.
Yeah. Just spread a list down. Why you traveling? Why you working?
The thing is, the thing, because Dillian thing was the biggest thing, because you're like me. It's like, yo, if it ain't big, you ain't talking about. But the Dillian Whyte, because you've seen him. He was in the camp with Vladimir Klitschko. You've seen him and your performance, and you wasn't the only one. Like, I gotta be honest with you. A lot of people, some other people, they weren't happy with the performance. They're like, and I was like, what? And it was like, so you ain't by yourself, like, So I was just, from my point of view, I was just happy, but like, because one of his trainers is one of my friends that used to go to school, and he was one of he was one who, when I went with him in his gym, I got my pro license, boxing gym while I was at his gym, and I got my amateur license, and I got my judge's license. Right, I got all that when I was at his gym, and he's the other trainer. His name is Xavier Miller. He works with Harold. He works with Harold Knight. You know what I mean? So I was like, I guess I'm kind of, that's my guy. To see him come through, I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? So I guess that's where I'm at. But you have to be a critic and call it how it is. You don't think it was a good performance. That's the way you saw it, right?
No, because I think that Dillian Whyte is better than that.
Yeah.
that outing just then was disappointing to me. You know, I'm holding him to a higher standard because I've seen him better than that.
What performance you seen him good at? What's the best performance you seen Dillian good at?
Well, the fact that the fact that he doesn't turn down no fights. He fights everybody.
Yeah, but
that's special. That's special. I thought he did good. The fuck and the Reaver fight. I thought that he did good. He got caught a couple of times, but he definitely. That's what happens when you're gambling.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
What that was last week. That's what that was last week. When you gamble, you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt a couple of times.
Yeah.
I like Dillian Whyte the fact because I'm telling you, when you look at him fighting Rivas, Parker, Elenius, Chisora twice.
You like them fights?
That's special to me.
But he getting hit. He getting hit. Like he getting hit in them fights.
But he's taking chances.
He took chances.
Dillian Whyte is taking chances to be great, man.
He took chances in this. Don't you think he took chances in the first round? He went for him. He went for him in the first round. And So,
but the guy is taking chances to be great. See, people outside the ring understand that.
No, they won't.
But you can't find nobody in recent history that's doing the stuff that Dillian does. He's always in the mix. He's always in there challenging the best fighters in the world. 100. And I like that.
Yeah, 100%, man. So we look forward to the next one. Maybe be a bit happier in the next one. But he won, and we're moving on. Mr. Bashir, it's always a pleasure. Anything you want to say to what's up and coming for you and Glad Serenko and what you got coming up before you leave?
We're going to be back in June. You know, we just try to keep stepping forward.
Yeah.
You know, but anybody that wants to spar in England, we can come out.
Well, you need to drop me a number, though. Like, if you got a number and I can send it to Harold and things so you can, you know, but I think you probably got Harold's number anyway.
But Harold right down the street from me. Harold live back to
well, he's back at home. Yeah, he's back at home now. He cool. So I guess at some point you're going to talk. So, you know, if you're not.
Yeah, Harold right down the street from me. Harold, it's about 25 minutes.
You know, because that would be a reason to come down and get signed on, man. Because, you know, if you come to the UK with Glad Serenko, get it on. Because, you know, I love for Glad, the people in the UK, to see your work with Glad Serenko, see your next prospect. You know what I mean? Because look, they didn't see. Look, they don't look.
Well, we're gonna wind up there anyway because we mentioned that we were supposed to be working with Derek Chisora, but Derek Chisora still working with Buddy McGregor they're probably on the West Coast. You know? Yeah,
they're in the West Side of London. I mean, if that's the case, anytime you come to London, make sure you let me know because you know London ain't that big. You know, so you're coming down.
Yeah, I will. You know.
All right.
I was invited a couple of times to work with Joe Joyce, but we couldn't get there because every time Joe, and one time we was invited to work with AJ. You know, we couldn't work with because AJ fought one day and Vlad was fighting the next day. So, but we finished with Tony Yokoba. We couldn't come to AJ because Vlad had to get a visa. And by the time we got the visa, it would have been time to fight. So we didn't make that day. You know.
Yeah. You got to work it out. That's to make sense right now. But right now, you know. You got the Fury camp over there, you know, you got a lot of options over there. There's a lot of heavyweights in the UK. But Glad can get that work from you know what I'm saying? So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, Mr. Bashir. Yo, thanks very much. You take care of yourself, Mr. Bashir.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. That was Mr. James Ali Bashir, people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure to have Mr. James Ali Bashir, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You had 2 for the price. I can't even say 2 for the price of 1. You had Mr. Harold Knight, Harold the Shadow Knight, and you had James Ali Bashir talking his piece, man. So, man, really good, entertaining show. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you share, make sure you like, and yeah, man, always trying to bring you the best value and best quality on EJ Boxing Live channel, man. You guys take care, take bless, and stay safe. Peace.